wait. Da-da-da-da. And then I gotta hit. Fucking. Where's YouTube Studio? Yeah. Yeah, I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up as we speak. I think it's upload. Is it upload? No, it's. Oh, there should be a stream button though, I swear. Create, go live. Bam. Hopefully, this is live now. Fucking bingo bango bongo. Share. Copy. Link. Chuck this bad boy in. Tavern. Content announcements. And I'll put it in on company time as well, of course. Hello, Cynical. Welcome to the content team. Welcome to the content team. Welcome to the content team. Welcome to the wonderful world of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Counter-Strike 2. What's the fucking command to join the server again? Hopefully, I put the link. Where's the IP? Someone posted the IP not so long ago. This is so professional, so professional. I'm just pinning that shit. I'm pinning that shit. Pinning that shit ASAP. Connect. We jump on the IP. It's on Mirage Deathmatch. Oh my god. We got some amazing chatters here in chats. Spectator mode. Yeah, I hope so. So I went to get the messages from Ben, bro. Some did. The YouTube link, I put it in on company time, in the media channel. Alright, I have to get the thing open as well on Cloud Lord, the server commands. Okay. Right. Well, first of all, what we need is we need a representative from each team. We need a representative from each team. I'm gonna go and grab a representative from each team. Actually, no. You know what? This is what my two content team members are for. One of you needs to go and grab a member from the Tavern team, and one of you needs to go and grab a member from the OCT team to be the team captain to do the map veto. Tell them that they have 3 minutes to choose, to discuss their map veto with their teams, and then we're going to do the map veto. It's the 7 competitive maps. I'm going to go piss while you guys do that. I'll be right back. Well, I was telling all of my wonderful viewers on stream, all of my wonderful viewers who love me very much. Okay, I'll be right back. So, did we inform... Who's opening cases? Big Tweedles is trading for some rev cases right now, right here at the start of the game, bro. One of the CS2 moments of all time. It is the competitive map pool, so that is Mirage, Inferno, Nuke, Dust 2, what's the other one that's just come back called? Anubis. Mirage, Inferno, Nuke, Dust 2, Anubis, Ancient, and Overpass. I think. I hope I've got that right. Yeah, fuck it, that's the maps we're using. What's the other one that they even removed? I don't even remember. It's like Vertigo or some fucking garbage that no one cares about. Wait, Virgil, you can't hear any of the other people on the Discord, did you say? We're not playing Vertigo, Vertigo's for losers. Hold on. Let me, So you can't, hold on, Virgil, you can't hear them at all? Is that for real? Is that for real? On the stream. Okay. Application audio capture. What I need is I just need another application. So, come on, you guys talk. So I think this is the game audio. This is me speaking. And then I need another audio input capture, which I think is it audio input capture 3? Or is it application audio? Let me add another application audio capture. Oh my god, I know what it is. It's because it's trying to take Discord fucking on company time server. Whereas if I do that, can one of you guys speak?
Hello, hello.
There we go. Now, all 3 players should be audible.
Hello,
Three
hello.
players.
All 3 players. All 3 characters should be audible. The Praetorian, do you hear my 2 glorious characters? Captain Cynical, if you would like to please say something for the crowd.
Hold on, I'm eating.
That'll do. Z, if you would like to please say something for the crowd.
I am also eating.
Great. Hopefully that works now. If anyone's got the stream open and could check that, that'd be even better.
Yeah,
But,
I just heard it.
Okay, brilliant.
So.
Right. Okay. Now
Healy's opening.
I would like you to go back to your teams. If you please. And to please, if you would be so kind, ask the teams to send one representative to the general chat to provide us with the map veto. Ask them for their team captain, basically.
Sure.
Wow, what an exciting game of Counter-Strike we have teed up for us here today, on company time. I wonder if the chat's excited. I'm sure the chat's very excited. For this extremely high-quality game of Counter-Strike Global Offensive that will be hitting the decks here today. We've got a really exciting matchup today. My first team captain.
This is the OTC team captain.
My 2 team captains. All right. I am going to flip a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin, and I would like you guys to please tell me. In fact, I would like. Yeah, you know what? Zach, heads or tails,
Yep.
my good sir?
Can I pick the middle part?
You can, but that will guarantee a loss in the coin flip.
Yeah, what if it lands on the side, huh?
Right, give me tails plus a little bit of the middle.
Okay, I'll give you tails and the left-hand side if it lands on its side.
Okay.
And that is a tails, which means, my good sir,
Nice.
that you will get first ban, as it were.
Okay, so just to double check, the maps in play are what?
It is Mirage, Inferno, Dust 2. Right, I'm writing this shit down. Mirage, Inferno, Dust 2, Overpass, Ancient,
Yeah, I'll be banning.
Nuke, and Anubis.
How many bans do we get?
So you will each be banning one map at the start, then picking one, then banning one.
Okay. Alright, okay. So, our first ban, we're gonna go with Dust 2.
Okay, Dust 2 removed by Tavern. And now, Healy, would you like to please ban a map for your team?
Overpass.
Overpass. Removed by
A
OCT.
good choice. A good choice.
And now, Zach, if you would like to please pick the first map that will be played.
We are picking Nuke.
Okay, Nuke picked by Tavern. And Healy, if you would like to please decide if you would like to start on the CT side or the T side of Nuke.
We'll take CT.
Okay. OCT starts. CT. And now, Healy, if you'd like to please pick the second map. What did you say?
Mirage.
Mirage. Mirage picked by OCT. And Zach, if you'd like to please choose if you'd like to start T side or CT side on Mirage. I'm going to need to say that again. I could not hear you over extremely loud.
We are going to go counter terrorist.
Thank you. Tavern starts CT. And now, Healy, if you would like to please ban another map.
Hear me out. Get rid of Inferno.
Inferno removed.
Interesting.
And
Controversial
Zach,
pick.
if you would like to please ban the final map.
Alright, I'm just thinking, what's left? Overpass and Ancient, is it? No.
The remaining
Ancient
maps.
and Anubis.
The remaining maps are Ancient and Anubis.
Ancient and Anubis. You know what? Let's go ahead and ban
Anubis banned. Anubis removed by Tavern. And that leaves us with Ancient left over. And since Zach, you won the coin toss, you get to choose whether or not you would like to start T side or CT side on Ancient.
Perhaps I should consult my team, but I'm not going to, so I'm just going to say we're going to start CT, of course.
Okay. Tavern starts CT.
Really took. Why did you?
Excellent. And with that, we have our map ban.
Why did you?
Oh, you didn't see. You didn't see.
You
shit.
tagged
I thought you were
everyone
there.
in a channel that only you guys can see.
Shush.
Alright. And with that, we have our first map. Captains, please return to your team, inform them as to the map that we are playing, and I will now switch the server over to Nuke. And Tavern join CT side, and
Surely they can
OCT
fucking
join
nuke.
T side. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
What a beautiful map rotation.
Indeed. What do we think of the map veto, my two casters, while I switch the map over?
Not who was expected to be banned because everyone likes that map.
I'm turning the fucking audio down on this shit. It's so loud. Master volume, I'll set to like 40%.
Well, this too is a bit of a coin toss, I'd argue. It's a map that everyone knows quite well, and it maybe has a different shine, however, than maps such as Mirage and Inferno. A very similar but slightly different version of Counter-Strike played. I think Overpass, however, is a very, very obvious ban.
Yeah. Those are the kind of two you would expect to see banned. Though I was surprised by Inferno.
I mean,
You have to wonder if it's like they're bored of playing it thing, or are they not as confident as other maps on Inferno?
And hopefully, this is now taking us over to Nuke. I hope.
It is.
I hope this is taking us over to Nuke, and I seem to have joined a team, which was not supposed to happen.
Nuke is a very interesting
get
first
to
map.
play. Yeah.
I finally
Wow.
get to actually play in the tournament rather than just being the caster.
I mean, you probably could at one point.
So, currently, hello, welcome to the chat to my glorious and lovely viewers. I don't know who, I can't read it. This, fuck, I almost fell off my chair. Sorry, Frick, I almost fell off my chair. We're a family-friendly broadcast. We're starting, I guess.
Yep.
Currently, it is 0-0 on the first map of Nuke, and we have a real matchup here today. A really exciting game of Counter-Strike about to be played. Why is it not? Why is my frickin' spectator overlay broken?
It's a very nice good luck, have fun from Seeklin over
Indeed.
on Tavern's team.
And we see the Tavern side taking to the offense to start with, and it does look as though, from the looks of things, it's going to be some sort of fast inside play, perhaps
Oh,
downstairs.
Danny was AFK.
Well, rounds off to a good start.
It's okay, but Danny takes out the
Back in
deal as
play.
compensation.
Ramp taken very quickly, though, from this defensive side, and the attacker setup doesn't seem to have... as Kuranagi versus Gromp will be the first head-to-head, and Gromp actually immediately picks up 2, and does pick up a 3rd with the dual Berettas. We'll go down to Healy Dog in the back. Leaving
It's
now
going through vents.
a nice little tap.
Healy gets
Possibly
hit
a
on ramp.
3rd picked up, putting us in a 2 versus 2. 8-Bit Ice and Healy versus Shaman Oliar and Flumbus. Healy picks up the 4th. Just looking for Flumbus now, and that is the ace out of Healy. Out of the gates. That is a man who's come to play.
And I bet you now in the voice chat he is screaming his head off.
You can tell, you can tell. That is how he started this game, how he means to go on. Looking at the scoreboard, we can see Healy up to 5 kills, 4 with the headshot.
Why am I catching a stray?
Yeah, somehow Z has managed to catch a stray, while Captain Cynical has managed to
It's not my
completely
fault.
avoid any kind of slander whatsoever.
I'm currently not even in the game. I'm just watching the stream actually.
Oh, right. Well, you may be a
My
little
Counter
bit
Strike is
delayed.
still updating.
And you'll
Oh, no.
notice, therefore, the big M4 has been brought out by Healy, though, on this round 2. 2 kits purchased. Healy and Anomal Karis fan 1, getting their kits out. And Anom with the MP9 often likes to play this outside position, that we know. As we see the outside setup coming in, the smokes are coming in for an outside take. Although,
He's trying
Gromp
to
is
spray
fast
for
on the cross. The
smoke.
smoke wall comes down with the flash. The SMGs start spamming out. Healy picks up 1.
It's already rotating with this entire team. He's obviously successfully called it.
Looking for this downstairs
That's
play.
more than
Kaz
once.
fast onto the bomb site through Squeak. The question is Dan ready? Yes. And the SMGs ring out. Dan and Anom combined to bring down Kaz. And Gromp down 2 leaves just Shaman Loliar and Steely Glint left in this matchup. Is there any way out of this round for them? With just Glint left on the board, it does look as though we'll get 1. But Dan quit on
And
the
it was
close.
the
Vibe and
flank
Danny,
from
sorry,
Danny.
will come in, clean that up with the 3K with the SMGs. And the 2
Very
M4s
beautiful
survive
damage
through the
spread.
round as well. Indeed. And all of a sudden, we're starting to see this sort of high firepower that we know can already be brought to the table by this
So-
OCT side, matched up into the Tavern guns.
I'm afraid I can't become a spectator.
Oh.
You cannot become a spectator.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I'll just look. Before I come on for this.
You could have joined, the server you own, Captain on Cynical, which is company time.
I'm not.
Wait, there's a command for this. There's a command for this.
Speaking
I'm
of that,
practicing.
Kuranagi picking up 2 already. What a fast kill these rounds.
Okay,
Thomas
that
Danny
should
coming up in
allow you
clutch.
to join spectators now.
But
Cynical.
Danny gets timed, sadly.
Let me try.
So it's Finn
You
in
cannot
lobby.
become a spectator.
Oh.
But Healy Dog. and the
Well,
cards kind of
how about
last
this?
too.
You
It's
leave the
very low
server and
health.
I'll stream on Discord and you watch that.
Sure.
I think
He's
that's what it's going to
making
have to
his
be.
way to ramp.
Alright, great. And you just, leave the game. Okay, nice. Paid agents successfully removed from the
Going
server.
up towards heaven.
It's off to a great start.
Yeah, great start. Very
Thank you
slow
for
move,
casting,
very
Z.
slow round. He's gonna come over cast stated
But
in
is
the
it
corner,
enough? No.
and he gets tabbed.
Anom clean on the close
Yeah.
there.
11 and 7 HP between the two of them, but it didn't matter at all.
This is a rifler who is known for having this kind of prowess as well in those late round situations. Anomal Akaris found one of the very best players in this server, even if his scoreline is just, a little quiet right now.
But that's
Well,
what
it
he's
is only
like.
3
He's a
rounds,
quiet collector of kills.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's often a pretty loud collector of
Look at
kills,
this-
but in this game, you're right. He certainly has been.
With Healy
Question is,
Dog, he's
will
a
the
quiet
heck be
collector
shown?
because they usually match each other.
Ships in the night. Steely Glint will pick up Healy Dog, though, with the SG-553 out
Through a
from heaven.
flash.
Leaving just a Nom defending this yard
Almost
position now.
loitering around the squeaky door, but there's
Korean
2 picks
and
already.
trade back 2, indeed, right away. And Vibe and Danny picks up a third. And this round is already down into a 3 versus 2.
I wonder if the A slow rush has been ruined by those 2 picks.
Shaman
Ape is
Lawyer,
right
quick on
in
the
that
draw,
corner. But he gets flicked on, but
From the
Danny's
space back
there.
as well. Kuranagi and Shamalolia head to head, won by Shamalolia, as Dan now comes in and will put Matt down
It's a
into
quick
the ground.
headshot.
Yeah.
As that
It's
round
offside
draws
peak,
to a
but-
close, up to a 4-0 lead. And
We see a
hopefully
scar being bought
Why
currently.
a scar from Healy Dog
Healy
is
Dog.
a very...
unknown AWPer.
This particular sniper has decided to opt into the semi-automatic sniper rifle for this round.
But it's
Which
not
is
the
a really
only
bold
scope in
choice.
the game.
Indeed. Although with the SG-553 on the side of Sealy Glint, there is going to be a real... Although this heavy ramp setup, 2 players towards the ramp side, although it does look as though it's going to be 8-bit to be tested in this setup. Question is, will the setup get anything? No. Gromp immediately quick on the draw. As I try and cycle through my players.
Clear
They're
for
the only one around
currently.
garage. They've put it
Awesome
up.
forklift.
Gromp
They've not crossed quite yet. Do they want the kills, perhaps?
will go down to Kuranagi.
Kuranagi
and
does
Gromp,
pick up Grom.
But the
It must be
hesitation means they get caught from Mini.
that's
Their
a big
smokes have now
pickup.
run out. They're stuck.
Indeed.
Danny's on the flank, picks up
Just
one.
1 for 1 from Danny, though. A normal get a second back onto Kaz, though. Kuranagi, we need to talk about the size of that particular scalp that was taken, though. Healy Dog
It's
versus
just
Flumbus
Flumbus
left,
with the
and it's
bomb
just
left.
Healy with the Scar 20.
I mean, the Scar 20 on outside is the position where you'd want
This
to
is
see
where you'd want
but
it, but
currently
ships in
timing
the
is
night
bad.
has just missed the timing. Sees him.
However,
Draws the Scar, picks up a shot.
Yeah.
Nice and clean.
yeah, at that range, there's no reason why the Scar 20 shouldn't win.
One of the sketchier rounds we've seen, but ultimately is closed out by the boys on OCT. And it must be said, in that previous round, I think that kill that Kuranagi picked up onto Gromp was round deciding. Gromp is one of the star players in this server right now. We know this man can have impact right the way up this competitive scene. He's one of the greatest aggressive riflers that we have on the scene. And that kill from Kuranagi managed to completely shut down the outside play before it could even get rolling. But this
Again, we
Scar is
see
in position and it
2.
rings out. Rings out against 2.
Defending
Rings out a
round.
little louder and will eventually bring down Flumbus as he burns down to
2 HP from the molly, though.
But he does make it out alive.
Yeah. And Dan is there to follow
He's
it up.
not alone, yes.
The ramp push is completely annihilated.
That
as
is shut
they're
down
left
quickly.
on the
Although,
A side,
the A
however.
site does seem to be slightly open for business. Kaz has crawled his way into the bomb site along with Gromp. And these
But at this
two players...
point, from Heaven, from Lobby, from Squeaky,
A quick shot from Kaz will pick
However.
it up. A nice spray from Gromp, but doesn't quite secure the kill.
Steely
A
Glint on the
non-left, 1
flank
HP.
through Mini
Glint on
picks
the
up
flank.
2.
And it's now Vibe and Danny versus Steely Glint. Swings out, doesn't quite hit the spray, and that is finally 1 on the board for the Tavern side. With a nice little full
They
house
obviously looked
between Kaz
around
and
for
Steely
clues
Glint.
this round.
Indeed. And they
I
found
do
the clue
think
they
the
were
Krieg
looking
was
for, which
the
was
winning
the Scar.
gun
Indeed.
in that fight.
Rare to see, but the Krieg really, really pulled its weight in this situation.
Now we see the Ego Scar 20 has been retired for the AWP.
Indeed,
Where-
it has.
Where's the stream?
It's on
in
YouTube.
company time.
I put a
on
link on,
It-
on Company Time.
in media.
Hi, Len.
Do tune in.
Hi,
Hi,
Len.
Len. You're
You've entered
in
you've just sort of
You're on
wandered
the
into the
casting
commentary
couch.
booth. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Not the cast.
Yeah.
We're not calling this the casting couch.
Why not? It's fine. Perfectly
Okay, yeah,
fine.
fuck it.
It's the S2
Um,
casting couch. It's beautiful.
Anyway, there is actually a round in play.
Oh my
Shalom
God,
and Kaz have brought us
Kaz.
into a 5 versus 3. Not that Kaz. This is a cooler Kaz. My Kaz.
Whoa.
Uh,
Controversial Kaz
Controversial take
yeah,
there.
perhaps.
Another Cars fan 1 doesn't quite manage to double up though. Will pick up Shalom Lolia, but Flumbus will get the
They know
quick
bombs
trade
now
back.
in secret.
Gromp left alive on this upper bomb site. 4 versus 2 as 5 and Dan picks up 1. The question is, where's the immediate trade?
Healy
Not
gets
there. And the
back.
bomb is identified. Gromp down by Healy. Dan thrust into the 1v3. Sorry, Danny thrust into the 1v3. Clutch demanded of this young Bosnian rifler. Can they do it? We've seen crazier things happen before in the world of Counter-Strike. The audio cues being made, and Kaz actually picks up the kill. And Zach, again, a
now they
fantastic
know.
rifler, flushed out of the position though.
Ooh. This is unfortunate, however.
Unfortunately, the hard clear from Gromp, that's the game knowledge there. The Molotov flushed them back, and the AK-47 will eventually pick up the frag. Like I said, Gromp really the player to watch on this side of the server. But can the output catch up to this leading duo of Danny and Healy on the on company time side?
Looks like our CTs are saving though this round with low economy.
Finally, they've managed to break that economy that was built up by that 5-round streak. The question is,
Going
will
up
they
really
be able
close
to
to
convert
the
this into an
outside,
even
hoping
game?
to catch them off guard, but they're going through lobby.
Indeed.
Sadly.
This fast push, though, will they be ready for it? Will they be expecting it? It does look as though Zach is considering it.
It looks towards ramp.
The downstairs play comes in just in time. The question is... Oh, the question apparently is not that, as my game begins to lag. Anomalkar has found one, and Kuronagi first on the chase.
Well, this is a bit unfortunate from CT. Currently, Grump is looking right at them. However, turns around, chips in the night, and
And Kuronagi and Anom pick up the frag. And the question is,
And that's
Anom
an
with that
AK
AK
in
in
Stated's
hand.
hand.
He's got an
With
AK,
half
he's got the
shield.
One
armor.
up close to ramp.
Unfortunately, Flumbus quick
In.
on the draw. 8BitEye picks up the AK but goes down right away, and Zach will in fact just come in nice and clean. A nice easy round, only a single loss by Gromp on his AK there, and it's not even carried over into the next, so a nice little setup. And we're starting to wonder if that Scar purchase might be coming back to bite the CT economy.
we were looking at a nice $50 from Healy Dog. However, they have
One
enough for a
less.
full buy, at the very least. But we are looking at a much better economy from T-side for an op and all full util. Oh, and a nice
Little run boost out of Gromp there to get the early angle onto Heaven. He is known as a movement player, this one. The question is, will he find his shot? No, Anomalkar has found one, opens the round up with the early push in lobby. The question is, will this AWP be able to get anything done outside? Not even considering the cross across to red. Shaman Luliao is going to be in for a nasty surprise in a second. Gromp misses the shot,
The AWP
and Healy
misses.
actually gets two and gets a third.
He's third.
Makes
Can I get a
this
just
round
leaves
his
Steely
own.
Glint.
Makes his mark in the round, stamps his impact. The AWP won't be recoverable, but does that matter? He really wants that AK-47, or does he? No, yes he does. He almost held onto his M4 there, but it's just Steely Glint thrust into
swapping
the
back.
clutch
Oh.
situation.
They do not have the information
Why
of
is it
the
not
Seaglin
letting me
is, so
scroll
they're
through
loitering around the
players?
outside.
Oh, and
Now
Steely
it is
Glint
there.
picks up carry
Ultimately,
from Mini,
Healy
but
will
goes down
get
to
the
Healy
trade.
for 4.
For my technologically inclined viewers at home, just a brief warning that I actually can't click the numbers 6 and 10 on my keyboard, which means I can't directly jump to spectating Gromp and Steely Glint, and I have to scroll through the players to find them.
Interesting.
And they're also horribly out of sequence with the rest of the players, as you might think, 1 to 10. This is a strange known glitch with the Counter-Strike spectator UI on my PC only. Anyway, Healy Dog goes for the fast outside play behind the smoke with the deep molly to buy himself some space, takes 15 from the nade, another little single point of damage there, and this exchange of utility ultimately ends in nothing as they fade away from the angle. And Gromp is set up on the outside now, AK in hand, that's a quick spray. Kuronagi down.
Hitting Finn in lobby.
Anom wins his duel though to keep this game even, and Healy in fact
And
picks
now
up
they know
another
they have
onto
bomb in
Steely, and
huts.
Healy picks up 2! And this Gromp versus Healy head-to-head, but ultimately won out by Healy this
Do
time.
they know?
And Gromp, and a very sharp rifler, but somehow it seems just not quite sharp enough on the day.
The impact from Healy Dog currently is absolutely insane. I mean, we did
off
see
the
the
charts.
Scar 20 bot earlier, but I think now it is. It's currently Healy Dog is back to $5,000.
At
Still a good
18-4, I
rifle.
feel like maybe he deserved the Scar 20.
Indeed, he's certainly putting
little
out the
treat.
numbers.
But
Of
he's
the
on
kind
the
of player
AWP
who
this
could.
round.
The AWP in hand. But the question is, will Gromp on the other side, who is AFK, in fact, with the AWP, be able to get anything done? Probably not.
DD Glint
So
going
there's
up
late
a marshal
play.
at this time with an AK.
It's late play from the Gromp
Lucky there to
AWP outside.
contest Garage.
The AWP manages to make its way into the round, though. And Shaman Luliao, through the smoke, gets the headshot. Anon, though, quick on the trade. Gromp on the... Oh my
Ooh.
gosh!
Nom's with
What
that
a
second.
shot!
You see what I mean?
Sits him straight down, but the double swing does seem to be too much. Kaz and the Glint managed to successfully contain the threat there is Anomalous Cars Fan 1. And these are the two heavy hitters. Although I say that, Vibe and Danny actually has also been putting in a lot of work on this map, first map of Nuke.
It is true.
Steely Glint though, click on the headshot.
But it's put down. Steely Glint is currently doing really well on top of that.
8-bit sees Shadow, and he gets the kill.
Steely Glint
He
will get
gets
one,
sacrifice of
and in
Kuranagi,
fact trades back in.
unfortunately.
It's a triple kill for Steely Glint this game.
Indeed. Steely Glint
Very
really
good triple kill.
one of those players who just quietly tends to put up the numbers. The damage
And
nice and
left,
evenly spread
yeah.
over on the Tavern side of things, it must be said. With a real three-pronged attack, spearheaded by Healy over on the defensive side of things. And he does opt into the MP9 in this light buy.
Yeah, we're seeing quite a strange economy this whole entire game from CT.
Indeed we are. And this burrowed-in
Healy got
position
the
might not be
MP9.
anything. But we'll have to find out.
Yeah, historically, the T's here favor outside and A lot more than ramps. We've seen barely any ramp presence from T side.
Indeed we haven't. Very well observed.
HG sadly misses the squeaky door hole and hits
Oh,
we
Paz,
no!
taking them down to 80.
Yes.
Finn and Hut picks up Kuranagi. So 8
This is very interesting CT gameplay right now. Oh,
Yeah. Well, they
Kaz
definitely know
exploding
it's
onto
A
the
now.
bomb site though.
dinged.
Healy
These
dog
4
finally with the
rifles
AK, but
burrowed
only
in.
2 HP.
Oh, it's going to be Dan versus
Although,
Cass here. And Dan
Dan
does
does
pick
pick up the kill onto Zach. And the 3 versus 3 retake might well be on. A Nom rings out with the rifle, Gromp picks up another. This quick
be
call
cool.
in.
Through Hut.
Will it be covered? No. It's not currently.
Steely Glint picked up by
And
Danny.
Healy actually
Ah,
gets the
and he
frag.
picked it up.
Closes out the round.
Ooh.
That
A
4v3
nice little
retake.
crossfire.
And,
And a little bit of
Healy
team
Dog,
kill
it seems,
for the
was
MVP.
not happy with Danny having that defuse. Has decided that he wants the money for himself, those $300 for the defuse, going straight into his bank account. However, he may not have realized that in killing his teammate, he actually did lose
Well, it's the hat.
$300
It's-
anyway.
We're switching over to pistol round again.
Very interesting indeed. And we therefore do see questions starting to be asked, although that really nice USP whiteout in Gromp's hands, must be said. 2 Huntsman Tiger Tooths inside of the server here today, actually. Quite interesting for those who are
Goodness,
concerned
it's
with
a
such
rare
things.
thing.
Gromp and Anomalous Cars Fan 1. The yellows of both teams, both with the yellow knives in their inventories. Isn't that just something?
Skin sides, we can definitely say the Tavern is currently winning.
Tavern, well... Tavern has a good selection of skins, it must be said. Although, they do seem to not have a
Danny
good
picks up
selection
the
of
first one
rounds
in the
right now.
second half.
As Dan and Anomalous Cars Fan 1 pick up 2 going into the pistol. And
And a
will pick
third.
up a third, and Danny will pick up another as well. Gromp left in this 1 versus 5.
And they're hungry for the
Nothing
kill.
to be done there. And a Glock taken by a Nom instead of the USP whiteout. That's
Yeah.
tough.
It's just the normal Glock even.
It's Danny's Glock as well. It's not even an enemy.
Indeed, it's just straight up a Glock from a teammate. Although we see a real delayed purchase out of both teams. No one quite sure where they want to go. As we see 1 AK, 3 Galils, and a Desert Eagle opted into by
An
the
AK,
terrorists.
interestingly enough, on Kuranagi, not quite usually known to be a rifler.
A
But
strange hero rifler. Although this outside swarm might just not be something that a Nom is ready for. Will he?
he does
When will
have
the
a
penny
patch that
drop?
chips
When
in
will
the
the
knife.
penny drop?
However, it does. Oh,
And the flick.
Picks up 2.
Oh,
Picks up a
Steven
third.
Grom
Picks up
cannot.
3.
Fish in a
Oh,
barrel.
is this
this-
the stated ace? You know
Will he
he's
consider the
hungry for
4th?
it.
4th doesn't go considered.
He
No,
does
he's
not.
checking A. for
Has
his
just
teammates.
decides not to
Oh.
shoot. Does
Fights
eventually
over
pick up
the
Kuranagi
AK.
though. Will find
It
the
is
AK,
the AK down.
and
but
eventually
it's not enough.
does manage to get 2 inside of the round somehow.
And the AK is safe.
I could not agree more, Virgil. I also want Gromp to sign my merch. This legendary player. Although the
It's
problem
so
is,
true.
inside of the server, he's only got 9 kills right now. Really lagging a
Only
little
is
bit
a bit of
behind Healy Dog, who is currently sitting on 20 and 5. So if anyone's going to sign your merch, to be honest, Virgil, the KD of 4 is looking like a real strong candidate right now. Although that
That's something
said,
to say though about the damage spread of each team. Tavern's pretty equally spread with a lot in the 1000s, and Steglin only being about 20 away from 1000. While
indeed, that is true.
the OTCs is a lot more skewed towards Healy and Anomalous Cars fan.
That is true. Although
That doesn't
see
mean
that
the other
head-to-head again.
OCT members are not doing anything.
Fumbling
They're
with a
gathering
molly
info.
there, but eventually it goes into mini.
Gets it forwards, covers mini.
Had a bit of body blocking, but it didn't slow their time.
And the Mag 7 to be tested soon.
I believe that's not the Mag 7. It's a little bit of a different
And
gun.
if you would please inform me
Nova
of the name of the
versus
gun.
AK is a Nova versus AK is a sure winner.
That is true, that is
It
true.
leaves an Cars fan with 23 HP.
Steely Glint's
Not
starting
sure
to
if
aggress,
this-
though. 4 versus 3 situation, although it does look as though Gromp...
Yeah, T side is currently on A. They found the site
the hole
empty.
in the defense.
And
Steely Glint
currently
is
we're seeing a slow climb out of vent.
We'll pick up the 1 with the
And-
Mag 7, but that is all it will be.
Did anyone see Kuragi like look at Steely Glint and then turn away?
That gun is speaking out
Sadly
from
not
Dan,
caught up on
however.
the broadcast, but now identified 8-bit Ice will pick up Flumbus.
David O, but
Grom picks
gets
up his, though.
hit from the other side.
Goes into the last, into a 1
Oh.
versus 1, a non-low on HP.
yeah,
Is there a
Danny's
kit? This
side.
might be on.
This is quite winnable for Gromp. And he is going to go for the defuse. And in these situations, we've known
That
Anom
smoke
fan
does
to
not
be-
quite cover
Oh,
it,
the
unfortunately,
smoke
and
is
Anom
peak.
will
It
pick
is
up
the
the
pixel
kill.
peak in the oh, but he could not save the
Goes
orb.
down to the bomb. The AWP isn't saved over. Healy
So
Dog
that
just
Nova
immediately buys
did
another.
have some-
Just
We've
straight
seen
out of the
Anomaly
gate.
has
Did
Fun
have
1
something.
in situations similar where a smoke goes down the bomb and Anomaly has Fun 1 just doesn't have that ability to pick up the enemy diffusing through the smoke. But that smoke just sadly bounced across and was not able to protect Gromp and secured the win for OCT.
Indeed.
It was the
and
gamble that Anomalakaris fan was in HUD with the HG in the smoke. But sadly,
Indeed.
it was
Didn't
not.
quite pay off.
It was that
Although,
lack of
speaking
information
gambles,
where
this one.
Oh, we do see,
single
uh,
the
rifle,
nice Deagle headshot, but oh, it's traded immediately. with
Healy
Steely
and
Dog.
Nom will pick up both there, and we're looking for that next point of contact.
It's that Nova and AK on stated and Kaz again, and it's
And I was able to pick it up.
Anon
And it's
brings
just,
out for 2. Healy finds Steely Glint
this
outside.
is bad for Tavern.
This
he
is
wants that
34
top
12.
frag again. He's
Yeah.
top fragging. See, Silent Collector.
What is the next map even? I think I'm gonna need the command
It is Mirage.
ready.
It's Mirage, yes.
Okay, well. That's a great question, Lennon0036, and I ask it to the chat as well. Who do we think is going to win this first map here on Nuke? And I'll ask it to my co-casters. Do we believe in the 8-round comeback out of Tavern off the back of this
We've
Gromp
seen it
AWP?
No,
seen it
I do
before.
not believe.
Silly
Steely
pick up
Glint
one
picking
though.
up one.
Healy picks up another with the
It's
AWP.
traded.
Is Gromp even going to be considering?
And it's a
hard right now?
4v3, and currently the position with the T's entering site, or yeah, entering site
Not
already.
even considering the angle, and Gromp taken straight down.
It's just impossible at this point.
It's a really hard one to fight your
The
way
molly
back
though
into.
misses,
That might
causes some
be the way
confusion for
back in
Danny.
that's needed.
but
Unfortunately,
Healy
I
Dog
don't
picks
think
up
it will
another.
be, but it could be.
Kaz
It could have
and
been the way
Anomalakaris
back in.
fan again.
And
Oh, Danny all chatting that it's
comes to the whole team.
Oh, the Zeus! The Zeus!
Anomalakaris fan got
The
greasy
Zeus.
with the knife.
However,
And-
yeah, this is.
But
Dan
Danny
will
picks
find
up.
the last. And we're headed over straight away to Nuke, it would seem.
Yeah, it was
Beautiful.
a very, very quick game of Nuke, and this was a map picked by Tavern, so currently
And it
we're
carry
moving
over.
into Mirage, picked by
Indeed,
OCT.
the momentum very much with the OCT side of things right now. The question is, which side do they start on? Yes,
Tavern
OCT.
side
Oh.
CT.
Looks like we're.
Yeah.
Tavern does indeed start on the CT side of things. All players are connected, and Sharmalolia seems to have found his way onto the wrong team. Matt
so
seems
has
to have
Danny.
made his way
And
onto
so
the
we've
wrong
seen a
team.
little bit of
Like
a
there's
The
been a
players
team challenge
seem
mid-game.
wrong.
Oh, it
Will
looks like it's
Mike
gonna
and
be a
Danny realize in
4v6
time?
round.
Auto
We're
team
gonna
balance
see,
next round. It seems that.
Yeah,
You
restart.
switch from
restart.
Danny soon.
Okay, hold on. We're just gonna have to go over to here and do.
Okay, Danny has joined the terrorists, so it's nice. We can see
Ah,
it.
okay, sort it out.
The game will restart in 1 second. Okay,
There
there
you
we
go.
go.
We're
We're
now
right
back
back
on.
into Mirage. Ready to go. Len, we do not believe that anyone on the OCT side is hacking, although with the performance out of Healy Dog last game, that is a very reasonable assumption to make. But no.
It's
The question
about
is,
average Healy Dog.
indeed it is. The question is, what will be the CT side setup? Will it just be a very standard split? It looks like it might be, although it does look as though the first point of contact is going to be over on that B side of things. And who will be the player to watch?
Yeah,
Perhaps
Tavern isn't
Kurenagi.
aware of our usual shenanigans on OCT.
Jar
Indeed
picking
they
up
are.
But
one.
just pick up
the hedgehog.
Kurenagi.
Shamalolia
another.
is good for 2.
Picking
Good
up
for a
three.
third. Not quite good for the ace. 8 but ice will eventually run down.
But it's
And
that
there's 3
time
versus 2 now
tool.
left.
But they
Picks
know
up
it's T
another.
on
That
B.
is doing good as well.
It's going to have to be
Kills.
the Gromp, though.
On market.
Does the Gromp have a way
However,
back into
Steelglint
this
also
round?
pushing through apps with the Gromp acting as distraction from a market, and Dan
Gromp hasn't
turns
found
around.
anything, though.
He's getting
No, that's 8 eyes.
Eventually will find it. Will he find the headshot? Yes, he will.
Oh,
and those are the crisp,
that was a nice
clean taps that
shot
we're
from
used
Gromp.
to. This
a
Gromp
beautiful
fella.
crossfire from Steelyglint as well. You
Indeed.
can't. It was just Gromp on that round.
You certainly can't. You certainly can't. Although
Because
he
it
did
was
close out
Steelyglint
well.
who made 8-bit turn around.
Although the real hero of that round, it must be said, Matt, or as we know him,
Sure.
Sharmalolia. What a hold at the start, holding off 3 enemies on that defense.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
a
definitely
really-
the winning play for this pistol round and brings economy towards CT side. However, they choose Scouts, MP7, FAMAS, M4A4, and M4A1S. A strange mix of
A
guns.
full spread of just about every weapon.
Bye.
As you see, Sharmalolia changed his profile picture mid-game as well. But these 5 Mac 10s into mid, that's really the play to watch right now, as they are just exploding up here. Gromp not ready for this at all, fumbling with nades, falling back. Will just about get away. Flumbus and Kaz swing in. Rifles between them pick up their
Bomb on
marks.
short though.
Bomb loose.
Yeah, this looks
Sharmalolia with another.
impossible now for OCT
Now
as
it's
Dan is
just
just
Danny.
stuck.
Just
in
on the 2
Khan,
HP
Yeah.
and
which
will
put
go down quite swiftly.
Full-buy was worth it.
Indeed, does seem to secure the results that they definitely were looking for.
But now they do have a very strange bonus. I mean, well, not too strange.
Well,
we
they
do
managed
see
to secure
only
their
FMS
rifles,
and
although we
MP7.
see another MP7 out of Steely. Did she have that last round?
No, Steelyglint does a bonus.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, your co-commentator is clearly drunk driving the caster desk.
When aren't you?
That is true. That is very true. As we see this early B apps aggression with the Desert Eagle out of Danny. The question is, Sharmalolia, nade in hand,
It's forward.
chunks
Oh,
down for
hits it for
59.
half.
The
And
spread of Deagles.
Danny
the
will be
confrontation
seen
happening
here.
in
And
mid. Healy
however,
hits a
doesn't get
blinder
succeeded.
onto Glint.
Holy
though.
hell.
Dan's
Danny
Eagle brings out
definitely
2
has been
shots.
seen, however, has not yet died. But
Sharmalolia,
I
though,
spoke too soon.
with the M4 does equalize things. And Gromp will pick up another in mid.
Yeah, the
Stated
Deagle
taking out his
splint is
knife.
not going too well for OCT. Wonder what
But
their-
the HE
oh,
hits.
It's killed by this HE. Wonder what the plan was
Nade will
here.
find
Was
the
it
kill.
just to catch out kills at
Perhaps
long
it
range
was.
with those Deagles?
And the one was found, it must be said, in mid. Healy did find the frag. The question is, can he find anything more? Fully blinded, Deagle in hand, will he find the Gromp? Yes, he will.
Oh, and he
picks up a
finds
second.
3!
Dude.
Gromp and Sharmalolia. Now that is a really nice sequence. Combined with the shot in mid, starting to look for any way back into this round, but with only 43 seconds and the bomb loose, it's going to have to be 2 blinders with no helmet. 1 shot to both
mean-
the FAMAS and M4.
Healy can here, if he's quick enough, pick up this rifle and save. And he has done enough damage to Tavern
Certainly has,
with
but does he
3
want
kills.
more? We know this player likes
people.
more.
Mm-hmm.
And he is
You see
definitely
that 3
being
and he
greedy.
knows 2 left.
He's definitely being greedy, and we're seeing Palace. Ooh, and this is Ships in the Night currently.
Not
Is
considered
he
the
just gonna
palace
pass
angle.
through?
The loud steps, though,
And he
and
runs
eventually
around
Flumbus
to
will
go
put
towards
him
the
down.
ladder.
Good timing.
A valiant attempt, but ultimately closed in on.
We also see
And-
the glove knife combo from Flumbus.
Indeed, although what we're also
Finally,
seeing
the
is the
AKs are in
momentum.
play.
The momentum.
Sure.
Indeed, it's
back
as you
on
say, the
Tavern's side.
AKs finally hit in play, but only after 3 rounds, already down.
You also see the AUG being blocked
Indeed,
by Steve.
although we see the smoke setup starting to come into play. Or I say that, only a single flash in hand. Oh,
Yeah, there's only one smoke on T side, and the rest is just flashbang.
The flashes sail over. That smoke will block off Kaz and CT though. Zach will not be able to have any impact in this round unless he pushes a smoke, which he bravely does. Gromp picks up his, but goes down very quickly to
blinds
Malakaris round
himself.
1.
But
Kaz though has
he's
the
able
angle
to
onto
pick up that
Viben
palace.
just gets his one frag, unfortunately for him though. But is one enough in this situation? There's 3v3 that they're left in. The bomb's going to start to go down. Healy's in a good position here on Flumbus. The molly won't catch out the planter.
However, this position does get more precarious with each passing second.
Indeed it does.
We
8-bit
see-
eyes didn't quite see the player up there. Anom will get his. Healy
Trade
position
out.
noted though. Shaman Orly are sprayed down and it's just Glint left. And Anom
Ooh.
will close out that round with 3 frags on the A entry. We know he's so sharp on these A entries. But
This was just
That's the
an
round they
aim
needed.
battle at that point. It was a lot of luck, I believe, from the Nom side and the Healy side, but
indeed, a
quite
quick
wage Counter
aggressive
Strike still
opening.
played. You see a full kit of Util bought on a Nom fan, but nobody else on T side. And we do see the op now walking into mid.
Indeed, this AWP out of Healy,
Though it does
known
not
to be a difference
seem-
maker. Steely Glint's
But yeah.
scout will stay quiet. An interesting buy, it must be noted, out of the CT side. Flumbus had enough to drop an M4 over. Healy's AWP rings out, but doesn't find the shot, though it will
Oh, he
eventually
does
onto
find a
Flumbus.
second, yeah.
The follow-up will drop Flumbus straight into the dirt. And I could not agree more at _Chaco, famous artist in chat. I could not agree more. That was definitely worthy of 3 laughing cat emojis. That peak from Flumbus.
Beautiful.
Anonakaris found 1 though. Finds the kill onto Shamaloliar, traded back. And Kaz in the back, Healy. The boost is
You hate
sharp
to
and
see it.
fast.
Steely Glint does pick up Kurenagi with a scout, but does eventually then go down to a Nom fan. Yeah, the momentum really is taken over by our star players on OCT side with Nom fan, Healy, and Dan just being a very
Those
strong
quick
triple.
trades.
Powerful
really just
output.
setting the tone. Haven't
Very
get
well-
one
very
pick
true.
and then get picked back.
Indeed, the quick trades, the quick shot, as that is 5 pistols hitting the ground. P250s and a 5.7 it looks like. Indeed, Flumbus has decided to splurge for
little
himself, but
armor.
leave his teammates with P250s. Much to think about here. As we see him take this 5.7 into mid, will he find Healy, or will Vibe Danny's AK ring out first to cover the play? These 5 players in mid, this really heavy mid lane. It's good if you're against a light buy. Though it
It's
does
very
seem-
interesting from OCT side, having chose this map and then proceeding to completely just, stomp through mid and go for aim duels rather than play any real tactics.
Indeed,
So-
it does seem that their plan
Way to
basically
pick them
seemed
up
to be
front.
stand on business and shoot the enemy, which seems to be going
true, isn't
quite
it?
well for them so far.
Yeah, it is.
Been picking up normal Lucaris fan, but Kurenagi with the
The
trade.
quick trade back
Beautiful
onto
to see.
Flumbus.
On the Galil of all things.
And Danny picks
Danny
up one,
picking up
leaving
sharp
just
with the
Kaz
smoke.
in this last.
The AK
One
trying to get
versus
away,
two.
but
That's
walks
all
into
he'll
the
get.
scope.
Just a big round
Now it's
through Kaz's
equal.
head and
And they
That-
planted
yeah.
right.
They even got the extra cash from the bomb plant. And
Sure.
the economy is just
wondering
looking
what
so
their
sketchy.
morale's like now.
we're
You know,
seeing
Tavern probably were high
a
with the
scout
free lead,
and
but now it's
op?
equal.
Indeed, these 3 rounds have really thrown the question is,
Really
will Steely Glint be quick on the
Leo.
line? No, she
Nah.
won't be, and will fall down
Dog, it's good
immediately to that Healy Dog
I
AWP.
wonder what we're seeing with this Gromp scout. What is the mentality that goes into this buy?
Well, as a true Grompologist, someone who has studied this player for many years, I can inform you that almost all of the time, Gromp's mentality inside of a game of Counter-Strike is aim check them and try and rock their shit. He's
see.
known for
Oh,
buying
that was
deagles in
so-
every single
Healy Dog.
round.
Oh, leaving a normal Lucaris fan with 24 HP, try and put on the back. That was so unfortunate.
This is a possible.
It's not a
retake
completely
from
lost clutch.
Zach.
The question is, will Zach have the knowledge to clear this high angle? Sees him,
Oh,
does get
but
the
it-
kill onto a knob.
Ooh,
12
it's
HP.
12
though.
HP though.
It's going to have to be a quick headshot.
Kurenagi, however, still is on the bonus Galil, even with $5,000.
And the spray not quite there. AK picked up. Will he go
questionable.
through the window? Yes, he will. No kit in hand, but this could be enough on this play. Might get the
Especially if
backstab
Kurenagi
here.
is not
Might get the
looking in the
backstab here.
correct direction. Oh, this is
Has he left himself
unfortunate
enough
to
time to
watch.
defuse? Yes, he has. Just playing with him there, but does get the frag in just in time in the end. And plenty of time to get that defuse in. A nice little retake, it must be said. Not an easy 1v2 to piece together, especially with that strange off angle from Anom. But ultimately is pieced together. And Kaz, we know this player. This Zach is a tactical Counter-Strike player. I have always said this about the man. He's got a good Counter-Strike brain on his shoulders. This player has. Even if the aim is not always there to back it up, his reads are always right. And in this instance, his read was good, and did bring the lead back to Tavern.
What we're seeing really with what we saw an Fan pull in that defense of the site is that really OCT is favoring the aggression, and when they push the fight, they can really pick up quite a lot of kills. But on the defense, it's a lot more sketchy with the angles and the reaction time not being quite there yet.
Certainly true.
Gromp does pick up the scout instead of M4 everyone else.
There was
realizing
no AWP, in fact. Gromp and Kaz, Zach left in a what? 2 versus 4.
Not for a lot.
And Anom will pick up the
Fan is just good with
frag.
that aim.
Very, very sharp with it.
Zach is put again in a situation to clutch for his team, and Anom Fan is just walking out, just doesn't even care.
Just about gets the kill. But that was
Very
questionable.
sketchy, very questionable. Throws away the AK. Not needed.
Doesn't need that, just needs the M4
Will
in hand.
try to repeat that window angle.
Danny.
Does scare Dan away.
Nade
from
comes out, but
watching
8-bit
it out,
Ice
but
sharp
8-bit
on
is
the
watching.
angle. And it's a very great point that one of our very fine chatters raises here in chat. At _Chaco, famous artist here in chat today. The symbolism of Zach's name being spelled backwards. There's a lot to think about there. There's really a lot to think about there.
That's
But one thing
honestly,
that
you can write essays.
you could, but the one essay that must be written in this game is that, at the very least, tactically, the only thing that seems to be backwards on the Tavern side of things is their executes, or their defensive executes. That is, their defensive set piece plays. They just seem to be letting things happen to them, and
Oh my, this
This
palace
aggression
meat
has
looks
no
like
answer.
to be the first bit with Healy on the score.
so it does. The AWP rings out. The question is, will
Healy
Kaz
Glint
trade it
being the
immediately?
first pick for the third round in a row.
Another rat
Nobody's
position.
looking towards Palace. Zach is just
Gets the one.
finding
Gets the one. Gets the second. And
two.
between Flumbus as well, actually.
Ooh.
Gromp with the deagle in hand. This retake's on.
Oh.
Gromp, a rare whiff with the
But Ice
deagle,
is
but
not
does
turning
eventually
around.
close out the kill. Just the one left now in Sandwich, but Flumbus picks it up with the Desert Eagle.
Yeah,
Shaman
that
Ollier
play
and
was,
Flumbus
from
between
Zach
them.
was definitely game winning
Yeah.
for
Trigger discipline.
Tavern.
Indeed. Perhaps
Beautiful
the symbolism
to
in
see.
his name is
And they
that
grab the orb.
it's backwards because no one's looking backwards to cover his position.
We figured it out, the symbolism.
Much to think about here.
And
the frick?
And Hako has
Ooh.
left the game. Oh,
Hako
goodness.
has been a bit too idle of
I've
a
been
caster.
kicked from the game, it seems.
Everyone's saying, good host, fly high.
That's
It's
so
okay,
true.
guys. I'm still here.
And
Very
What
interesting,
on the
very
Tavern
interesting.
side is certainly
Much
a
to think
choice,
about here.
With all AKs coming out on the OTC side.
all AKs. Wow. 2 AWPs in
two
hands of
orcs
Gromp
on
and
the
Shaman Ollier.
Tavern, yeah.
This is going to be an
It's like
interesting hold
OTC
indeed.
going towards mid once more. Steady Glint in ladder
That's
room
typical.
and Gromp towards window.
Gromp looks for the contest, misses his shot,
But
and is
it's
immediately
picked
taken down
up.
by a Nom. That's the rifle that you know will just take the kills if you give him up like that.
The rifler and his orca. It's a beautiful tale.
It is truly beautiful. The frags spread out between...
Anom Fan just walks past connector without even looking there because just no fear at all,
Has
even though
been
there
a
is a
pure
player
nugget.
in con.
Indeed. Kaz known for these really hard to borrow out positions, but 8-bit Ice there with the AK, picks up the frag, puts it into a 4 versus 2. Shaman Ollier, AWP, crawls
Here
over,
we see
looks at
the
connector.
T side
and
just
covered.
in the window. Oh, and
A miss from
Sounds
Shaman
nice.
Ollier. Another miss. The third finally rings out and will put Vibe and Danny into the dirt.
well, surely they know Charm is last and that he most likely is gonna go through. Oh, and they do.
And 8-bit picking up the ladder room flank. That orc that Tavern brought healing into Healy's hand, who
that
who
they
had the
didn't
money
wanna
to
see.
buy. And sadly, Grump, who brought one of the orcs last round, now sitting at 1,600.
And the question
That
is, will he
much
therefore
buy.
choose to employ a Gromp classic wherein he purchases a Desert Eagle and nothing else and says, I'll give it a go? It seems he's
PT-50.
opted for the
It's
PT-50
a
instead.
compromise for 5'7" and a bit of armor.
Indeed. The 5.7 on Steely Glint, though.
PT-50,
The PT-50 in Gromp's hands as well. And...
He's
What the
looking
fuck?
to flash in B.
Who is Axelabed.seg? Hold on.
Axel at bed.
Shaw picking up
I don't
two.
believe is one of our players that we wanted to see in this game.
8-bit getting the trade. They don't know what Grump is. They're playing Ring Around the Rosies.
But Grump is eventually put down.
Let me type that,
Miss
type that
Ibaris
into
is
console. What's his name real
last.
quick?
An orb going
Alex-
through apartments.
Axel Abed.
He's still not looking the right way, unfortunately.
And Zach, let's pick this up.
There we go. Okay. We apologize for that small situation that seems to have happened there. That's what you get if you don't password protect your server, I guess.
Goodness, Hako.
Extremely professional creation here today. Although that round actually, it seems has managed to put Tavern back into the lead, 6-5. If they can get a 7-5 scoreline here, and with Gromp's sharp shooting on the offense, there might be something to be said here about this game.
This
too.
is,
We may have
however,
a
the
series on
Tavern
our hands.
choice to be on CT side.
Well,
Ooh,
they
that-
chose this side. It is true. The question is, on their own map, do they have some more set pieces up their sleeve on the T side? As we see,
But we're kind of looking at a 3v4 towards the OTC side, but it's now
3v3
evened out.
now.
indeed,
Yeah.
Shaman Olia picks up one. Healy's AWP brings
Healy
out
on the
though,
AWP.
and it's just
And it's a
Kaz left
2v1.
alone in a 1v2
In
with
connection.
it all to do, really.
I mean, it really
But
depends
But
on
he's
if
got
Healy
it.
Dog is able to pick up these shots, and he doesn't, and it's a 1v1 now, and it's looking a lot more plausible.
The
Does
bomb's
Zach
on
go
mid.
back out to fight as he does? Ice turns around. This is not the time to be doing that. This is not the time to be doing that. Oh, but he does come back and is able to secure the headshot.
Frag
Has
is
also
corrected,
looked
ultimately.
towards short. And now it's even.
6-6 going
6-6.
into the second half. Much to think about here.
This is a uncompany time map pick, but this
Yeah.
is now moving into the second half, and
It's definitely a Nomalocaris' fan map, I would say, much more than Nuke is.
We
yeah,
we know that
Healy
this player
Dogs
loves.
Nuke was Healy Dogs map.
Indeed, we
Yeah.
know that an Omakaris fan 1 absolutely loves Mirage.
Yeah,
And
especially the mid
always
position.
has output. Always has so much space taken. And the strategy is being run. My patented technique, learned
Just
by
hit.
these gamers here today.
Yeah.
And it does
Trademark
come
it.
up
One and
two
done.
And it
and
doesn't
three.
even free
The
kill.
play is spectacular, but Sharma Lorliar and
Ooh.
Gromp, combined between them, do manage to get their frags. And Gromp
But
left alive for the
8-bit hitting
connect
a
fight.
lovely
He
He
headshot.
picks it up. Has he got the bomb though? No.
The bomb is short, so
Ooh.
Gromp
Gromp
is
versus
supposed to
8-bit.
move towards B. Ice is looking at the bomb, I believe.
Indeed.
However,
he
doesn't know
Gromp,
if Gromp's
He's
gonna
really
come
just
from.
not
Tries some
very
movement,
intelligent,
but-
is he, this Gromp fella? He's allergic to just taking fights, it seems. He has to show off that he knows the movement system of Counter-Strike from time to time. Is he going to hard clear
But
the
does he
angle,
know
though?
how to
Yes,
turn
he
around? Oh, he
is.
does!
What a
He
flick
luckily
down!
knows how to
was-
hit
that was a really
headshots
good
as
shot.
well.
Unfortunately, despite all of the flaming that I do to him, he is unfortunately quite mechanically talented, this player. Despite it all.
Let's buy the AK.
Looks like our
After
host is a
this
bit
round.
biased.
We'll see now if
I'm
these
not
AK buys
biased.
are
Nah,
worth
me.
it from T side as CT goes down the 4 MP9 route.
Indeed, the 4 MP9s and the 1 USP. The USP with armor is a really interesting purchase. The question is
Interesting
Gromp ready for
going
this
through
aggression?
mid,
Yes, he is. Not quite ready
but
for the
the
spray
AK
transfer.
is just a better
Zach's
gun
that's
than
right.
the MP9 at that range.
Indeed, and definitely better than the USP.
That is true.
And so ultimately, this will be a 5-on-3 going 5-on-2 from Tavern. And Gromp has consistently failed to crouch jump up on top of this sign.
There you go. He has
Well, you
found it.
said
however.
he was mechanically gifted.
No, well, he is, but unfortunately, that's the problem. He'll hit those lovely headshots and then forget how to crouch jump from time to time. And Healy
Oh,
makes an
Healy
astute
does
observation
that.
that it is indeed 6-7 right now.
6-7.
Much to think about here, guys. Much to think about here in this particular round of Counter-Strike. Healy left in a
have to
1
wonder.
versus 4. Is he really going to go for this from short?
It's
Surely
Healy
not.
Dog, of course he is.
Interestingly
Might get a
enough, it
freebie
seems
handed up
to
to him,
keep
though. Might get a
going for it
second handed up to
regardless.
him.
Gets 2.
Picks up the MP9.
Ultimately
back,
will
but
go
it's
down.
just
Does farm
shot
up
down by
$1,200 with the MP9, though. Which could be quite impactful.
And Gromp hits the server with a colon P.
The colon P
Truly.
after a round like that, where
What
we
did it mean?
watched him live on stream in front of a live studio audience, miss the jump up onto the mid boxes on Catwalk 3 times. But you know what? We gotta respect it. The man's putting in numbers. Man's putting in numbers here today. 15 and 11 inside of the server right now is no output to be sniffed at. Steely Glint having a much slower map here on Mirage, it must be said. But luckily Shamal Oliar and Zach, it must be said, have really stepped up some of that slack. As the round starts to come into play now, Gromp with the AK and Dan, both of these players very sharp riflers, but no kill seems to be coming through. The nade comes in, will it be enough? No, not quite. Burns Danny down to 21 health with the nade. Healy will get the refrag with the M4, but the aggression. Dan and Anon both down, but will they consider a third? Or will this short wrap be considered? Will this short wrap be considered? No, it won't.
Ooh, Gromp killed by 8
Picked
with a
up from
5-7
Kaz
versus
in
the...
main.
Okay.
Just the M4 rings out.
But he was getting a
Surely
double
not like
headshot.
this.
Ooh,
Not like
that was
this.
so clean from Healy Dog.
Surely this isn't how the
Although-
round ends. Surely this isn't how it falls apart for Tavern.
Well, we have to see the
13
bomb is
HP
down,
versus 40 HP.
and Zach is reluctant to go pick it up. However,
Indeed
eventually.
he is. Will eventually claim the bomb, we must hope. At some point.
You see that kill green
No.
and many
He's
CS2
just
players
slinked
have in
away.
their teams.
But interestingly enough, we
The
also
angle's
see
being
we see
considered.
that. But the timing.
Oh!
And
And
the
just in
flick just
time.
missed.
Zach does find the... He seems to be checking out a brick on the floor, which he's finding really interesting.
8 in 1, huge clutch. And it was a huge clutch, Kaz.
It was a huge
Wow.
moment. Yes, we can talk about Steely Glint's skill set at _Chaco. We can talk about the skill set of Steely Glint. Over on Nuke, the skill set of Steely Glint was finding those really long-range fights with the scoped rifles, but it must be said that here on Mirage, Steely Glint's skill set is probably more on the tactical and teamwork side of things than the mechanical output side.
It is true.
Yes.
But
Very
we
true.
know that she's a player who's got plenty to offer on all of those fronts. Even if the output is not there right now, it'll always come with time, especially when you've got a solid set of players around you like this. Speaking of that
Looks
solid set
to
of
be a
players,
default.
Gromp looking ready for the fight with the nade in hand. Will that blow the smoke open? 8-bit Ice not covered by that smoke anymore, but Anom gets the
The
trade
normal
back.
car
Columbus will go for it.
picks 1. And Finn, the one stated the normal car fan tour.
Oh, and
picking him
Gromp
up.
is out a bit. However, 8-bit Ice does not follow up on it. Does need to do the reload and is cut out.
Gromp's got it covered. This is what I'm saying. This aggressive rifling from Gromp is so sharp, and we know it to be true. Steely Glint, there we go. That's the output that we know Steely Glint is famous for sometimes inside of the server, which is
Dog on the
doubles her
flank
kills in a
through
single
main.
round. Will it be enough? The flank is quick and very, very fast, and this player is sharp, but
It is
Flumbus will
known
get it.
after the first kill.
Just
OCT is just favoring these. Oh, Dan, however, does pick up the
Ooh.
second with the scout. Very
You have to
interesting enough.
wonder if it's been calmed that Gromp is low enough to die in a single shot. A single shot out of the scout would be enough right here, right now.
M41 is picked up, but it's not the angle. It's not considered. The angle is
The
not
time's just
considered
not there.
at all.
Goes for the
Even
AK.
the AK, but
Goes
it's
to get
so
out.
pale.
Ultimately won't get anything more than that.
Well, we saw OCT really doing well on T side, pushing in, especially through mid and taking those aim duels. But here, where they're split up between sides, they're just not really doing as well as they could be. Their defense is quite lacking.
They seem
to
to
be
be
quite
struggling slightly when it comes to these coherent defensive plays. Even if their original pistol round strategy was very nice, as taught to them by the one and only Hacko, but that's quite enough about me.
We're seeing the abs push now, which is quite rare.
Indeed it is, although Gromp in position with the AK, although down to 5
Nagi,
versus
however,
4, the
watching
angle
this, not shoot, but definitely does call it out.
and the nade goes in for one. Gromp though
Ideally,
messes
picking
up
up
the
Gromp.
spray.
Ooh.
And the
That's a way
bombs
back
left
into the
in
game all of a
apartments.
sudden.
Yeah, we're seeing that the B side defense is quite adept. Actually, it might just be the A side defense which is the
I
issue.
believe they switched up who goes to anchor on B. This could be the strategy change that helps them.
Indeed, keeping some variance in your defensive play, a really important part of Counter-Strike, as we know, as I've talked about on pretty much every single broadcast before this.
We do see,
Basically,
however,
this getting
almost
one of
all
the
of CT finding housing currently in apartments. I'm not sure quite what the defensive plan here is.
Kaz picking up the headshot.
With it all to do in this situation, but it's not impossible to find a way back into this round. I apologize, I was just being contacted on Discord by some agents.
And we
Ooh,
see
Kaz had the confidence, but not the health, unfortunately, for that sort of play.
And I apologize for that brief interruption.
Now it's 7 to 10.
7 to 10, and we've got a real game of Counter-Strike on our hands here.
Yeah, the question is this going to be taken to Ancient, or are we going to see a comeback from OCT?
Indeed,
and I'm sorry when that's left in spawn.
Ancient. An extra
That
rifle
is
just left there.
A couple of thousand just going down the drain.
Indeed, $2,900
And
gone,
Ape is
but
fumbling with a knife, but an
Castile,
armed fan is still picking up Zach here.
and ultimately that
This
leaves
is
us in a
looking-
strange situation where only Flumbus and Steely Glint are left with a Glock and a Tech 9 between them, and that's just so difficult to make. But Flumbus with the Glock almost gets
But
Ape
Bomb's still in
doesn't quite
play.
hit the shots.
This
Although
does, however, alert the
wonder.
Horde, which is
The
CT,
Horde
eager
has
for
been
their
alerted.
kills.
And
It was in a very good position to flank back to B. Because I don't know
But
if they knew
Steven
the
is being
timing.
fought,
but
and yeah, this is just
just
Flumbus
Flumbus with a
now,
Glock left.
And while the
And
hits
it's
with the
found
Glock
the
are good,
Kurenagi.
it's just that range of the Glock is just not
yeah.
there to get that kill on Ape Ice, and eventually it alerted the Horde, which is CT, just completely eager for those last few kills.
That last round obviously boosted their morale. So I wonder,
seems
how's
that it
Tavern
was-
morale's doing?
Tavern morale known to be quite sketchy amongst these players, it must be said. But perhaps
Especially with that
the
piano
rifles
going off
back
as
in their
soon as it
hand,
is.
indeed. Perhaps with the rifles back in their hand, they've got some ability to really make something happen here. Especially,
You see two Galils.
but the AK in Gromp's hand, that's what I'm watching.
Data's playing close to
And
main.
But the
Immediately
Gromp AK
dropped to the
falls completely on the Mirage floor.
With no output. As you say, straight into the dust of the dirty Mirage ground.
And we're seeing just two Galils and one AK left on G
Kurenagi
side.
through
As Stan fumbles
underpass,
with
picking up
Ender.
Flumbus.
Will pick up the frag,
Not a
ultimately
second.
traded out by Sharmalolia, but Anom finds Sharmalolia and
This is
whips
just
straight around
execution.
onto Stevie
This
Glenn.
is just execution.
Suddenly we go 9-10. Suddenly, it's
Suddenly.
close. Suddenly, with the economy on the attacking side so broken, this might be a tied game at 10 to 10.
Again.
And that's always something to watch.
We do wonder, yeah, the economy currently is not on T side, but if they can just, tough this one out and get some rifles, if they go again for a full take on A side, that is the
It
strategy that
looks
has
like
been
they're
working
going
out for them.
towards B.
Indeed, this B play is fast and might just be enough. No, Vibin with the AK
does
will
get
pick it up
killed from the
right on
side.
time. And another.
And Dan
and
does
Kurenagi
pick up a
picks that one as
second.
well.
Kurenagi picks up
Healy
one.
with the
Hidar
ult
picks up
in
another, and it's just again execution. However, Shram does find the kill on Dan.
Sham
But
finds
now
his.
it's a 1v3
And Bomb's still in
with a
play.
Tech 9, which is.
And the orb is down.
But picking up 3 frags
But it is
in that save round, actually not too bad. The economy not really under any threat on the CT side, but
Yeah,
should
I'm
be enough to
looking
get the
at
rifles
normal
out.
Cars fans 10,000.
Yeah, the 10k in the bank is looking pretty chill. Enough that they've managed to get all of the luxuries that they'd like. Meanwhile, over on the attacking side, a full belt of utility for
Slow
Gromp
by,
and
though.
Matt, but nobody else. The question is, where's that belt of utility gonna go?
It's
Are
currently
they
looking like a
default? Are they
split.
gonna set? clues.
With the
Steely
bomb
look to be
over
setting up
towards
A
B.
smokes.
Indeed, as we see, what I'm not entirely convinced is a CT smoke come out from Zach, but I'll believe it when I see it. It was definitely an attempt at that. And an Holocaust
Well, while Zach is
Getting
here
another
on
one.
A side,
Sorry, yeah. The round has
Yeah.
just kind of been getting ended.
Yeah,
Steely
Steely Glen
Glint,
heading
though,
through underpass.
with some space.
Oh no,
this really does not look
backing out.
good for Tavern, this is a round that they really should have
They-
been winning.
Well, should have
But-
is a strong
None of the
word. They
cards
had a
found
little
being
utility
Needed
picked up by
to,
Kaz.
needed to.
Needed is true. This was needed. Oh, you're so right. In fact, while I was busy watching Steely Glint mess around in the apartments, Kaz has found the fight. Might find another. No, Healy quick on the scope. And a little 360 afterwards to prove a point.
But Kaz 20 to 16, so obviously getting
Bomb
the kills
will
that
go down.
matter.
Indeed. The bomb, in
B
fact,
side.
planted, though. And it's
So could that
just...
kill perhaps be the ones that sets up Steely Glint to hold B?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot
Well, Steely
to
Glint has
ask
not been
here.
quite performing on Mirage here, and this
Indeed,
angle is a
4
bit
and
questionable.
17.
However,
He does have piano
It is
playing in
possible.
their head.
Oh,
Might be
But
enough.
it doesn't
Does
stop
find
her
one.
from getting the headshot.
Position exposed.
Seeing where Danny is.
Unfortunately,
So-
no more than one in the 1 versus 3 attempt. A valiant and brave attempt, and the bomb plant will be nice for their funds. They should be able to get another set of rifles out in the next.
Thank goodness,
question
we're now
is-
11 to 10 to the OTC side. Whatever
Thank
happened to that
goodness,
6-10?
least biased casters.
Yeah, goodness.
Thank goodness is crazy. Looks like someone does not want to see a third map here on the caster desk, but really, from the quality of Counter-Strike that we've been seeing from OCT, especially
I
these
would love
latter
to
rounds,
see a third
have
map.
Tavern earned a third map? That's what. Perhaps that's the reason my fellow caster was saying thank goodness, because Tavern really need to earn this one if they really want it. And with Gromp
It is still
and Kaz
possible.
still posted up on the line, there's no reason we
OTC
shouldn't
can
be
come
making
back
our way back into
6-10.
the game.
They can get 2 more rounds.
The AWP wide swing.
No,
Frag
the car
out
is
on-
chasing
Oh my
him.
God,
frag out.
fumbling with
Ooh, and
nades.
gets
What is he
killed
doing?
by a
Kaz.
frag.
But Shamaloliar, with the frag onto Healy, has put the bomb site open for business.
Yeah, it's a 3v4, and Healy Dog and Unfan
Shocking
1,
quick
the
time
top
right
performers,
now.
are down, and so is Dan. So this does look like this should be going over to Tavern at this point.
Bomb
Yeah.
is planted safe.
Indeed,
Just
it
the lone
does.
8-bit ice hero walking
And
up to the
Grom
con,
quick
and
on
8-bit con.
the hard clear as well. He's
Yeah,
going to try and
11.
jump. Will he hit it?
11.
Yay! He hits the jump after the round as well, and we go 11-11. The problem is, 11 is also the number of dollars in Danny's bank account, followed by 1,000. $11,000.
Very
Danny now
interesting.
taking up the AWP position.
And
And
types
it-
open, perhaps open a case.
True,
Which-
we did see a lot of case purchases in the warm-up.
Which you'll never believe what Owner Pixel did after this. We see Gromp hit 3 successful B-hops, followed by no more successful B-hops. But will Kuranagi on the line be ready for this? Gromp back turned.
Oh, he
Kaz is
Unagi
on the
does
AWP as
find
well
one
this
over
round. I
the-
didn't even notice.
flashbang goes out
Gromp
and
just
does flash Curry
doesn't
quite
get
well.
the spray somehow. Does
Spray's
get
not
that spray
found,
there,
but
though.
does
There,
find Helium,
doubles
does
up,
find
redeems
Kuranagi.
himself.
Gets
No,
the
it's fine.
kill.
Yeah, the rest of Tavern is currently
It's
being
kind of
decimated
falling
with
apart on
an
the
8-bit.
A-ramp position. But Gromp surely aware of this AWP. Surely aware
This
of
is
this
quite
AWP.
good.
Not
However,
aware of the AWP.
however-
Not aware of the AWP. Getting a shot in the back.
However-
With the grenade out.
And it's
And this is a 2v2,
Kaz
and
and
this is
Shamaloli are left.
this looks like it
clutch-
can go either
clutch
way right
teed
now,
up.
to be honest. But
Hey,
he
but
does
he's
hitting
find
Kaz.
Kaz. Oh, and it's a
But he's got the
1v1.
bomb. But he's got the bomb. He's got the bomb. And he's
He
got time.
does.
Danny's.
Runs
Danny
straight
is
across to the
currently
bomb
on
site.
B side. This is not where Danny wants to be currently.
With the AWP in hand for the retake. Will the AWP be able to pull off this retake? Switches over to the M4.
Watching it
Makes
happen.
plenty of noise.
However, I don't think Sharm heard that.
No,
being
indeed.
in
And Shamaloli are
CT.
playing a nice little tucked in position against the AWP.
However,
Those
those
steps
steps
might be
definitely-
registered. But the molly...
Definitely
Surely.
heard. And that Molly, yeah, I mean, surely.
Surely.
And now Sharm is just looking this way not to reveal the gun position, definitely. But
Surely.
Oh,
Surely.
does
Tapped on the
fall
bomb.
down. And Dan does know that Sharm is there.
But
And
what
it's
a
a
and this
clutch!
is-
Shot with 9 HP left.
And there
This is
is
the-
time left as well with the defuse kit.
GG.
As we go 12-11.
Yeah. This does not look that great currently for Tavern.
It's gonna have to be overtime or bust for Tavern. And they've got
This is
the
true.
money in the bank to make that happen. But the question is, what's the play?
6,900, and we see the Krieg bought from Steelguns.
Krieg out of Steely Glint is a bold play.
But the
It is,
Krieg-
however, something that has shown presence in Nuke positively. So we're
Indeed.
hoping that now.
And
we
it's just
see
10 rifles on the field.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. Kaz versus Healy.
When
This will be the
Healy died
first
versus
matchup of the
Healy,
game.
100 pass,
Not quite.
Kaz is
Healy down
not
to half
ready.
HP. Zax is unfortunately
And
put square into the dirt.
that's a big kill for the side of the game.
Indeed, a big scalp to find from Healy. And this quick flank, they know the B play is coming now, but Gromp, good for the frag, good for a second. Drops in, smokes off a Nom, tosses a molly through the smoke. Can the bomb get
Nom
down onto the bomb
does
site? We're in a
find
3
one.
versus 3. Gromp with it all to do.
Yeah, however,
Shaman
the
Oliar
current
and
position
Flumbers
from
in
CT is
position.
good. Gromp's aim, however, is better.
Indeed, Gromp very sharp on it. The question is, this play out of Healy is going to be fast. It might just find Gromp in the back. Are they considering apartments?
But
It must be
a
considered.
non-plan was just too...
Consider now. Healy versus Gromp.
He saw the
I
head.
really hope overtime's enabled, and this doesn't just go to a draw.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh
dear.
no! Yeah.
Looks like we have
No,
a tie
was
in our
that an
hands.
ace? I didn't even notice.
It does look like we have a tie on our hands. I don't know why overtime's not enabled.
Interesting. How is overtime happening?
Let me look.
Oh goodness.
Interesting.
If you guys would please go and consult the players and inform them that I am currently trying to set up overtime.
Okay, I will go to Tavern. I'll let the people at Tavern team know.
Okay. Okay.
I do wonder if I can connect to be part of, like, the spectators now. Or is it
Hopefully.
only two
Perhaps.
spectators?
Overtime is now enabled.
Okay, but how are they gonna do this?
Oh, I can be a spectator. Oh, nice.
Let me,
Are they just doing a pistol round? What is this?
I told them to have fun.
I'm trying to find out how to directly skip to overtime.
A beautiful Hako production.
I don't know what the command is for
favorite
this.
moment of tech issues coming at you right now.
Oh, we see
Oh.
Tweedles getting banned from the server.
Oh no! For team kill.
Has he been banned from the server?
Yes. For team killing.
I don't think I can add him back. I don't know how to remove him from the ban list.
Do we need to get our resident 8-bit in to help you, Doomhound?
Hold on.
She sucked!
This is so scuffed.
Oh my god!
So scuffed.
Yo.
Yeah, we.
I don't
We're
know how to,
almost
I'm gonna
there.
find the command to unban him as well.
I was gonna ask, do we have to make a new server, or are you gonna like figure this out?
We're figuring it out.
I should be figuring it out.
I hope we're
Healy,
gonna be
that's
able to
Steam
figure it out
users.
because okay.
Did Healy also get banned?
Yeah. Wait, hang on.
How the fuck do you unban someone?
And who the hell is Stella?
I don't know.
Who's Stella? Who is this?
Who is this? What is going
The
on?
scout player currently.
Hold
Is
on.
that the emergency sub for the Tweedle ban?
May have so.
Okay,
It's
hopefully that's
no
worked.
scope headshot with a scout from Stella MVP.
I didn't realize.
Hold on, I have to. What's the kit command? Kick. What is it? STELE.
Yes, with
S space
spaces.
T, yeah. ELE.
Okay.
Everyone, goodness.
Oh, and they got.
I worked
kicked
out how to
also.
unban. Okay,
They
please
keep
go and inform the
killing.
other players that they should all have been unbanned.
Well, there's more
Yeah.
players not banned. Hold on.
Okay, hold on. Let me type the fucking command again.
It's cats versus 4 of them currently.
Now this is a fair game of Counter Strike right here.
Yeah.
Hopefully that works. Oh, Steam user is banned.
Hacker.
Seems
Tweedle's
this
still
command
banned.
does not work.
Yeah. It's not
Um,
working. It's okay. I may not have a brain, but I have an idea.
Is that so, bro? Because I don't have any fucking idea how to fix this.
But you see, you're currently taking their little breaks during this time, which is fair.
Yeah, small technical issue.
This might be the overtime. Kaz versus, you know, the whole team.
Okay, hold on.
And now it's a 3v3. Our Casper captures with cynical in.
That's true.
This seems to be
You're
working
just there
very
to show
well.
off your knife. You're just there to show off your knife.
I'm not sure what the guy said to me.
This is.
Kaz
Can
doesn't
this
get
guy
banned?
please stop shooting his teammates? Okay, maybe this will work.
Can we not just start a new lobby? Like worst case scenario?
Player Tweedle's
Tweedle
left.
is still banned.
Hold on, let me try. So scuffed.
This might be the scuffed moment ever.
Did that work? I've tried to manually remove Tweedles. Someone go. Can someone go tell Matt to try joining again?
Tweedles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will allow him to join.
Oh no, Finn's saying he's got to head off.
Ah, he's still banned. Well, shit.
So the first problem was overtime.
Still does not
The
work.
second problem is that they're banned.
Well,
That our competitors are banned.
well, gentlemen. I don't know the commands to unban anyone, unfortunately.
Can we now restart ask the resident 8-bit eyes to restart the server?
Oh wait, yeah, I can restart the server.
Oh my god.
I forgot I can restart the server.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
everyone
restarting the server.
Okay. I'll tell Tavern.
I'm restarting the server.
Yeah. I'll go tell them.
So fucking scuffed. Hello, chatters.
Tavern seems a bit, or especially Zach seems a bit reluctant to play. However, Tweedles is back in the game, so.
Okay, nice. Let's see if I can reconnect. Oh, that's the wrong command. That's the friggin' IP command. Da-da-da.
They were immediately, Healy Dog was like, this is a win for OTC, because if you do the mathematics.
We can. I wonder if that clash is still going on. I wonder if I can steal Virgil.
Finn has to go, however.
Yeah. Our resident nurse.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
They are saying postpone potentially for tomorrow.
I suppose we must, but I suppose
lot
that means we'll
do.
have to have some mid-match interviews.
Yes.
Me can't till Thursday, says Tweedle.
We'll postpone to the next map. You guys go and tell the others that if both teams agree to it, we're happy to postpone the third map. And then if anyone would like to give a mid-match interview, tell them to come and join us. Tell them one of them to come and join us in here. Go inform both teams.
We will.
This is definitely not completely scuffed, guys. Hello. Fancy seeing you here.
Oh, what a coincidence.
I'm waiting for the others, since I assume they're currently in the process of informing everyone what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know, I was told to come here for a mid-match interview.
Have you informed the other team what's happening?
Well, that's Z's job.
Z, have you informed the others?
Yes, I've
two.
informed.
You know what? Yes. Okay, we'll have a duel. Okay, we got everyone
Okay,
at once.
we're having
One at a time, you fucking worms. Which of you wants to go first? Which of you wants to go first? Which of you wants to go first?
Look, it
I
should
got
be
you
me.
first.
No, shut up. It should be me first.
You know what? Yeah, I like that. You other three can go back to your team call. We're interviewing Zach first. We're interviewing Zach first.
Okay.
We're interviewing in scoreboard order.
That was scoreboard order? How the fuck is that the clock?
Speaking of scoreboard order, Zach. Speaking of scoreboard order, I'd like to open with a question about the firepower on your side, because we know that we know Gromp, for instance, is a player with a lot of firepower at his disposal, a really powerful fragger. But we did not see him. We did not see him bringing that to the table here today. And indeed, we saw yourself stepping up and performing, especially with the rifles in those late round situations. Do you think that Gromp was performing below average because of something with your team's tactics, a lack of synergy, or just an individual dip in form today?
We didn't have any tactics, but I will say one thing. To quote him midway through a game, he said, "I could give you guys under the desk support," and everyone just went silent. So, like, that's where we're kind of at right now as a team. We didn't say no.
Now, that
we didn't
says a
say
lot
yes.
about team synergy, I think.
Yeah, he's...
Do my other casters have any questions for Zach about his performance here today? Or shall I go again?
I you know, out of the last 4 words.
Individually, Zach, it was fair to say today that you really stepped up to the plate, especially in those late round situations. We often relied on you. A very memorable 1v2 clutch from the B kitchen position. We remember this one among others. These late round situations with your rifles. Did you find that was a situation you were intentionally putting yourself in a lot of these times? These lurk positions, or was it just that your team was very aggressive?
I was hard briefing. I'm not even gonna lie. I had music on the entire time. I basically couldn't hear what was happening around me. I was just kind of like walking. You can tell from my gameplay. I was just walking around having a good time. We were all having a good time. You know
That's
what I mean?
good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that everyone was having a good time. However, do you think that tactically this compromised your ability to win rounds with offensive executes on the attacking side?
No.
Okay, great. Thank you for your time.
The thing is, the only issue is I just have a lack of knowledge in the game because I have like 200 hours, so I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just pointing and clicking. I don't know smokes or nades. I'm just throwing them and hoping.
Interesting.
You did get some good plays.
And we've
so-
got a question from chat as well, if you don't mind.
Oh god damn it!
A
Is this
question from
Jacob?
chat.
I'm gonna say
A
things.
question. It's actually not Jacob. A question
Fair
from
enough.
@_Chaco in chat, who asks, "What's the significance behind your name being spelt backwards?"
Sorry, who asked that question? Let me just. Sorry, who asked?
It's a close personal friend of ours from the OCT fan base and famous artist Chaco asks, "What's the significance behind your name being spelt backwards?"
I'm uncreative. And I can combine 2 words together, and it sounds cool. Simple as that.
And there you go. There you have the answer. Thank you so much for your time, Zach. If you would like to please return to your team channel and
I'm out of here. See
Cynical,
ya.
I will be, or whoever was speaking with OCT, we'll have someone from OCT come and give their interview next.
Yeah.
And Cynical, tell the guys in Tavern that we're going to alternate who does their interviews, one from each team.
Wait, what do you want me to tell them?
Go and tell Tavern that we're going to interview one person from each team at a time. So we're going to do one from OCT, and then we'll do another player from Tavern.
Oh, hey guys.
Okay.
Well, we've
Get
managed to
out
get
of
2
here.
of our players.
I guess we have.
We'll do it in. I
I
think
just said stated.
Healy Dog, if
I
you'd like to
did.
please,
Sorry,
if you'd like to please return to your team channel, if you please.
I was definitely allowed to.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hello.
Hello,
Stat.
hello,
A
Static.
Mirage top fragger.
Was he top frag on Mirage in the end of things? Now that is really
I like to
interesting.
push the agenda.
The agenda, our number 1 directive is maintaining the agenda.
Hold on, I'm being gunned down by ICE agents in mid, so I'll
I
be right
see.
back.
That's very
True, I
good.
think.
Now, speaking of which, in terms of being gunned down, we actually saw you being gunned down more often than not on the nuke side of things.
Yeah.
Now, we definitely saw your improvement step up a lot on Mirage, but even though your team was more dominant on Nuke, your individual performance, I wouldn't say left a lot to be desired. You were still performing plenty fine, but was suddenly a little below the level that we've seen you put up in some of these previous tournaments. Would you say that that was just a warm-up game for you, lack of practice, or just giving up these really confident positions to players like Healy Dog and Vibe and Danny to assert their dominance more on the map and playing a more gap filler role?
I was purely IGLing that entire game. I was wholly
Interesting.
focused on directing my team.
Now that's really interesting to hear. We haven't often heard you in this shot calling role, but it seemed to work very well, as I believe the scoreline ended as what? Something like 13-4, 13-5?
13-4.
13-4. And that shot calling from you, is that something that you've been transitioning into as a player recently? Or did
I
you
suppose
overall
so.
just find that that the lack of an IGL inside of the server meant that you ended up picking up those rounds?
Well, I am being matched up with the greatest aim players that On Company Time has to offer. And one of them is a mute, and the other is an egomaniac. So naturally, I kind of do have to pick up someone's IGLing flat. I will say, me and Healy Dog have been co-captaining for the Mirage game, and it's been working. We've been doing pretty good.
Indeed. Although speaking of that Mirage game, it was a lot closer, and we really saw Tavern step up a lot of their activity. And despite the great pistol round strategy that we saw, whoever taught you that CT side pistol round strat must be a pure genius of the game. But
I suppose so.
but it must be observed, perhaps one might say, that your defensive layers didn't seem to have that many layers to it, and that many possible setups. Do you think that was by virtue of your nuke preparation being better, or just a fact that you had tended to lean more on your T side on Mirage?
Well, we were hoping to lean more on our T side, but that didn't really end up happening. Our defense was played more like a fucking competitive match instead of a in-house. I'm not gonna lie.
That's very interesting. And ultimately, it did manage to get you to that halfway scoreline. And we must say, so far, we think that the On Company Time team has certainly been putting out a lot more firepower than the Tavern team, especially in a lot of these mid-round situations. Just the pure fragging power seems to be higher on the On Company Time side of things. Do you think that's a fair assessment, or how do you read your opponents?
We've had our moments. Most definitely, we are a superior team on attack. There is no going around that. Even on nuke, we got the majority of our consecutive rounds on attack. So maybe we're just not cut out for playing CTs right now. Maybe we need a tactics overhaul. But
I'm wondering, actually, what was your T-side tactics like in Mirage? Because a lot of it was just rush down mid and aim check people. So was that on purpose, or?
having Healy Dog on the team leads to some creative uses.
I see.
Indeed. And anything from UZ to ask to our Mirage top frag before we send him back and bring in someone from the Tavern team for an interview?
I suppose the question is, do you think you could do it for the final round?
You're goddamn right I can.
That's what we like to see.
And that's quite the statement. And with that, thank you so much for your time, Statid. We will be returning you to your team. And Cynical, if you'd like to please go and collect someone from the Tavern team.
Glory to Side Games! Glory to Side Games!
Glory to Side Games, indeed. Glory to Side Games, indeed.
I got a bit scared when he said glory to something.
I thought he was going to say something that was going to get us banned. Now, my good sir, my good Mr. Sufyan.
Hello.
Hi,
There we
Sufyan.
go.
Now,
Hello.
now Sufyan. This game was a really interesting one, but I think it must be said, given some of the heights that we know you can perform to as a player, a really tough series so far for you. And technically, this is a mid-match interview, but a really tough and hard-fought series for you so far. I don't want to seem too prying, but do you think this is just because you haven't been inside of the server in a competitive environment for a while, or is there something else that's been holding you back? Because we know you're a player with some incredible mechanical output, but we didn't necessarily get to see that round in and round out. Or do you think it was just the caliber of your opponents making it harder?
I was hoping you wouldn't notice. I think it's a mixture of both. I was almost put off during the short warm-up we had. Just the 1Ds Dan kept hitting on me were just consistently surprising me because they were very, very fast. And then during that nuke game, he held some interesting angles, which that also caught me off guard.
Indeed, we did see Vibe and Danny hit some absolutely blinding shots with the Deagle, and it must be said actually a lot of Deagle output in the server today, and I was wondering how that would shake out, because of course we know that the Tavern team side of things sometimes likes to be a little bit more on the intelligence side than the aim side, whereas over on the OCT side, it must be said, both Healy, Stated, and Danny all known for hitting some absolutely incredible taps. Although it must be said, we saw a good amount out of you as well. But do you think that just the sheer output of three definitely aim players versus yourself, who I would certainly describe as an aim player, was just a little hard for you to keep up with, or would you find that the output was even?
They were very coordinated with each other, specifically those three. So if there was ever a situation where two of them were in one place holding an angle, it was pretty hard to get through. But I think towards the end of that Mirage game, I was definitely switching on a little bit more. So I think I just need a bit more practice is the main thing.
Indeed, and well, we certainly did see you begin to warm up, and I do remember a fair few absolutely delicious highlights from you and some wonderful shots being hit, both by yourself, a few nice ones from Zach and Matt as well in the defensive side of things as well. But that's an interesting thing to hear about the coordination. I just want to follow up on that before I hand over to my other two analysts for some questions of their own if they have any. But do you think that overall the lack of coordination came from a lack of a definitive leader, or just a lack of creative ideas across the team?
I think the first, definitely, we didn't really have a leader. Many times someone would ask, what's the play here? And it would be radio silence. There was no real calls. We had a bit of shot calling from Ash with the smokes on A and mid. B site, there wasn't really any calls other than to press shift, and that's about it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about, and this is more of an observatory point than anything else. But of course, in the on company time side of the match, of course, there's often been, while I am certainly the primary leader of the primary in-game leader of the group, often thanks to these in-houses, other individuals have had to step up and take the calling into their own hands. Whereas on the Tavern side of things, whenever Counter-Strike is played, I tend to be the one calling the shots, and one wonders just how much of a difference the in-game leader practice that we are getting from the on-company time players has really helped level up all of their individual games. But that's just a thought for later. My co-commentators, have you any questions for our mechanical lead player on the Tavern side, Mr. Sufjan? Gromp in game as he was.
No, just mostly. I think it was a very hard fought match out of.
Yeah, definitely.
Out of him, and I'm not quite sure if there are any questions.
I suppose I'll ask, similar to what I did with Anomalous Chaos Fan stated, is that with this postponement, which is the first in the kind of in-houses we've had where the matches aren't going on straight after each other, you mentioned that you took a bit to warm up. Do you think you'll be able to warm up in time for the last one? Is that something you're going to focus on, perhaps?
For sure. I mean, when I heard about this in-house yesterday, the first thing I did was hop on the CS aim trainer, and I haven't played CS in a
Oh, you only heard about it yesterday?
So, yeah. Yes, yesterday.
Another hacker production strike. I'll add it to the board.
Yes, another one from me. Another banger from me.
So yeah, right before bed,
but
I
I can't wait to see you, Grump, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
You're a very good player, Mirage.
Yeah, I was happy with my plays towards the end, especially that ace. I was not expecting it, but it
Yes,
happened. So,
and that's
yeah.
the best thing you can do is to just be happy with your performance.
Indeed.
That's true.
Lovely to
Very
see.
true. Very true. Well, thank you for your time, Grump. A quick one from
You're
chat
welcome.
before you leave. A quick exit question from @_Chaco, our glorious Len. What's your favorite Cambrian animal?
Oh. I'm gonna have to do a little Google search.
We'll have to postpone that question perhaps
Much to think about
for
here.
next Thursday.
It seems his favorite
Yeah,
animal
I
is
think,
not the Anomalocaris.
I think I may have to do a bit of research.
Well, we wait with bated breath. Thank you so much for your time, Sufyan. And if you'd like to please return to your team, and Z, if you'd please go and collect the next member of OCT for their exit interview.
Indeed.
My hands are so cold right now.
Dude, Colonomics.
It's true. That's what they say.
That's what they say. That's what they've been saying, dude. And there he is. There he is, the man himself, who probably could have resolved the technical issues I was having, but we got there in the end.
I think
We
the technical
restarted the
issues
server.
you were having were command related.
Yeah, luckily I got him worked out in the end. But well, hello and welcome to your exit interview after what was a really
it's more of a
close and
mid
hard
interview,
fought
isn't it?
game. Yeah, sorry, a mid game exit, and you know what I mean. We're interviewing you. We're asking you some questions.
You're having an interview, 8-bit.
The hard hitting questions. The hard hitting questions.
Yeah,
It must be said. And I suppose the question that we'll start with was something that we've been hearing a lot about so far, is that the OCT side of things apparently felt for their opponent like a very coordinated side to be playing against that had much more coordination when compared to the Tavern side of things. And I'm interested to hear, how do you feel the OCT communication and tactical system was working in these matches? Do you think it was working, or do you think it was just that you guys have such a natural synergy?
I think it's a little bit of both, really. We have communicated, I think, really well. I think better than previous times in some aspects, and like I do think that we do have the upper hand in that we have done these sort of games before.
We've played
Unlike
these
the
games
Tavern
before.
community, which hasn't really like done this sort of like competitive, I guess. But we also do come in with like a bond from before, you know. As you know, we're all from the community, we're all great friends. So it all adds up to being this really like great synergy and like understanding of each other that leads to like this kind of coordination and cooperation.
Indeed, and a really smooth and fluid system it was that we observed as well. And I think it must be some credit must be given to that. And speaking of credit being given to that, something that we certainly saw a lot throughout this from the OCT side of things was extremely efficient and effective trading, and effective, especially on Nuke, taking of space across the map. And I hasten to ask you, was this something that was very intentionally done, this spreading out and searching for clues, as I would call it, and this taking of space across Nuke, and this information game to really make sure that Tavern was choked out of any positions?
Well, what I'd like to call spreading out and searching for clues is a bit more random than what we've done, I believe. We very intentionally spread out the way we did, and all went to our like quote designated places, I guess. And I do feel like it's led to us being a lot more responsive to the enemy movements, because it led to us being more aware at the end of the day.
I do have actually a question for
Go ahead.
but I ask myself. Within these like typical OCT like in-house tournaments, we usually have like one or two powerhouses on a team.
Right.
But this time, you obviously had the chance to play with three, and
That's
I wonder how that like changed, if that changed mentality at all in going into this fight. Were you more confident, or were you maybe perhaps more unsure when facing unknown opponents, or did that confidence of having three quite high performance players bundled up together bring you the boost that was necessary to put on a quite good performance. 2-1 currently.
I feel like having those powerhouses on the team definitely led to us being more confident. I think that's what enabled us to spread out like that, like we did. Very individual spread, I suppose. Because it does allow us to have more freedom when more people are capable of being on their own. And but on the other hand, it does also lead us to like not really knowing the level of our enemy team. Because we really haven't played them before, and I feel
That's
like,
true.
well, that was really great because it was both fresh and like it allowed us to like play more as a team than like try to overthink the other team like we sometimes are supposed to do.
That's really interesting.
Because when you play against people, like in previous matches, you kind of know how they think, they know what their strengths are, and like this time you really didn't have that. You kind of had to focus on your strengths as a team instead of focusing on the enemy.
I think that's really, really interesting to hear, especially about the not really knowing the level of the opposing team, and that's such something I want to pick up on perhaps as a final question, is your read of the opposing team. I would be so interested to hear what your sort of takeaways from the first 2 games of play have been about your opponents. If you've been able to glean anything you think about them, their playstyle, and anything that you'd like to that you can share without leaking strats, of course.
Of course, I think that the enemy team has a lot of strong players to watch out from, and they really have done a fantastic job. And I think we'll have to rewatch some of the VODs, really, if we want to properly prepare for the next match. Especially now, knowing that most of them can hold their own, most definitely. And I think that we can improve, but like, really the best thing we could do if we want to prepare for another match is to learn from this one and study our opponents better, which again is also a very unique thing we didn't have in other matches, because even if we didn't know those people, we didn't necessarily play against them in whatever configuration they were on. So now we actually get to do that almost like twice in a row.
Indeed.
And like see if that affects anything. Which could also be really interesting.
A lot to learn for both sides, and a really interesting series that we have progressing. So thank you very much for your interview, and I will now be returning you to your team.
No problem.
And Cynical, if you would like to please go and collect Tweedles for his excellent interview.
Right.
All right.
We'll see you later.
Learning from videos, past matches, very smart.
Indeed, very intelligent.
I hope they don't get distracted by the commentary.
The extremely high-level commentary that was highly intellectual that we were providing. And there he is, the man of the hour. Now, we're here for your mid-match interview.
Player.
The band player
to get banned, and we're here for your mid-match interview. After what it must be said was a really hard series for the Tavern side of things. But it must be said, despite a really challenging series, some great individual moments. And I wanna start the interview by picking up on one of those. The pistol round on Mirage. I believe it was the pistol round, in which you successfully defended or knocked down 3 of the attacking players with just a USP in your hands. 3 clean headshots in defense of your own bomb site. And to be honest with you, going into this match, perhaps I underestimated your mechanical ability, but you were very, very sharp with the pistols today. Is that something that you've been working on, or just the natural ability that you've always had for the game, really being able to shine through in this competitive setting?
I can't say that I've played CS for about, I don't know, 6 months, but I guess it's just kind of a bit of luck as well as just kind of okay aim. But yeah.
Interesting to hear that you say you took a break from competition for the last 6 months. But we must say as well, therefore, one wonders whether or not this affected something that we've been hearing about from the other interviews, which is the tactics from the team, and perhaps the lack of tactical depth in the Tavern side of things when compared to the OCT cohesion and coordination and map control. Do you think that this lack of tactical depth was really on display because the individual players were struggling to deploy themselves across the map in a coherent way, or would you say that it was more the lack of an overall plan and a leader that was really making it hard for you guys to, especially on Nuke, to tactically break into the game?
I think it was a bit of both. I think we didn't really have any one person calling the shots, but I also think that some of us did know what to do, but we kind of just was like, let's just see what happens. So, bit of both, but I had no tactic knowledge at all, so I was just following orders, to be honest.
That's very interesting. Just following orders. That's what they all always say, isn't it? Now, any questions from my my co-commentators for our Mr. Sharmaloliar here?
Mainly how it felt to be the first person banned, I suppose, and what was the choice in doing that? Was it a crime of passion or?
I wasn't sure that I would get banned, to be honest. I didn't know that could happen. And I did not realize that shooting someone in spawn straight off would just insta-ban you. But I now am much wiser, and it will not happen again, I promise.
Wiser and
about
smarter.
what you did?
Yes, I've had long enough to have a thought about what I did and reflect on my actions.
I'm getting a premonition real quick. I need to ask you, what's your favorite color?
What an interesting premonition.
Green, yeah. Okay.
A very interesting premonition. And
yeah.
Speaking of premonitions and looking to the future, and certainly learning lessons, something that I think is we're all very excited for is the finale, the final map of this series being played out between these two teams. And I must wonder whether or not we can be excited to see a change or an improvement or a development in the play of the Tavern side of things, both on an individual level and a tactical level. And I suppose I bring this question to you, Sharmaloliar, to pick your brain on whether or not we can expect more from Tavern in the final map.
Well, we're playing Ancient last, right?
Ancient will be the final map.
Yes. Well, I don't know about the other guys, but that's probably my best map. That was the only map that I ever did well on. So I feel like I can do okay, but again, it just depends on how we all manage to, if we have any tactics next time.
Indeed.
Well, you have a lot of time to prepare
on the day. Indeed.
Yes.
A little bit of time between games, but thank you very much for your time, Mr. Sharmaloliar.
Okay.
And I will now be returning you to your team channel. And Z, if you'd like to please go and retrieve the next person for their interview, which I believe will be Kiragi. Au revoir, Tweedles. Really interesting stuff that we're hearing out of a lot of these players. That makes me excited for the future of this series. And hello.
Hello.
Hello, Kiragi. Thank you for sticking with us and for joining us here for your exit interview. Or, well, mid-game interview. Mid-exit interview.
Great
I actually have a very pressing question for Kiragi. Did we see a P90 at play at all today?
No, we did not.
Not a single P90. And I think that's a really interesting thing to follow up on. A really interesting thing to follow up on. Did you generally find that actually, with the system around you, you found yourself falling more into these rifle positions that meant you wanted your AKs and your M4s for the kind of positions that you were being sent to tape? And we saw you performing with them very well, especially on Nuke. I remember seeing a great sequence of highlights in the yard position from you with the rifles. Do you think this is just an evolution of your playstyle that has come naturally, or was brought on by the team?
I think it's because if I was sent to the ramp, I would have taken the P90. But I was sent to Heaven, so I took the better suited weapon for the Heaven.
That's really interesting.
A change game knowledge showing through.
Indeed, and a change in the tactical position. But it sounds there like you had a really nice system set up between your players in terms of you went into Nuke with a plan. Do you think that's fair to say? You guys had more of a plan when it came to how you were going to deploy yourselves across Nuke?
Yeah, kinda. We had like general positions for everyone, and then especially on the CT side, and then every time at the start when they like waited for the round to start, we would quickly discuss if anything would change. So sometimes Stated would go heaven or ramp, but then I would like change positions with him. But
Very
something like
interesting.
that.
Very interesting. And a quick one from the chat before I throw it over to my my other casters to see if they've got any questions as well. A quick one from the chat from @_Chaco, perhaps better known to many as Len, asking how you're so good at Counter-Strike.
Don't play Counter-Strike in your free time. Only when you're only when it matters.
That's
Only
really
when it
interesting to
matters.
hear. And this
Beautiful.
certainly
That's-
was when it mattered. And I suppose
That's
actually I'll
how
ask
you're.
one more quick question.
Oh, so greedy.
Sorry, one more quick question before I throw it over to you guys then, which is that this really was when it mattered, and we saw you performing in these very high pressure moments. But do you think that the high caliber or perhaps the unknown factor of the opponents that you were against today surprised you with the quality of opposition, or would you actually say that actually the opponents you felt pretty comfortable against them?
I think I felt comfortable because we play occasionally just normal competitive matches against random people, so it felt kind of the same as just trying to see where they would go. I think actually playing against people that I don't know personally, but a few I do, and I know that the casters know them, that they felt more predictable in some ways, less unexpected in some tactics, which I sometimes encountered with random players, but this was more to be expected in some degree.
Very, very interesting. And do my co-casters have anything that they'd like to ask before we go for our final interview with Stevie Glint?
Yes.
Ask away.
I suppose in a similar fashion to what Dumand has asked before and to other people, obviously on the OTC time you have the free powerhouses, but that doesn't mean you and 8-Bit weren't doing anything with these powerhouses, going off getting the kills. I just wonder though, did you find your place in the team naturally, or did you feel like you kind of had to just do fill in the blanks for them?
I think on Nuke I felt okay because I feel more comfortable with Nuke, and there's less areas where there can be unexpected enemies from all sides. Whereas on Mirage, which I knew I wasn't really good at, I did have to fill in the blanks more. So I really hope we would get Dust too, but too bad.
Oh. Well, you have Ancient next, and you have some time to prepare, so I'm sure that you can have that nuke-free feeling on Ancient, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. Ancient is like a map I haven't trained a lot, so because my fellow friend, who I will not name, usually hates playing on Ancient. So,
Huh?
Was that the wind? I don't know what that was.
Dude, TS was not the wind. Well, what an interesting answer there, guys. What an interesting, what a fascinating answer to really dig into and study. Anything from you, Captain Cynical? Final question, perhaps, that won't pertain to the quality of the map Ancient.
No, I will not tread on these toes. I believe I think I said quite enough with my first question about the P90.
Indeed, and with that, thank you so much for your mid-match interview, Kuranagi. We will now be returning you to your team, and I believe going for our final interview with Steely Glint.
Yes, thank you.
Right.
And,
I just realized obviously I couldn't just drag people around because I'm the
I
server
know,
owner.
I was kind of wondering why you're like sending us like little goons out.
No, I think it's way more fun if I send out my little gremlins for, my agents. Send out my agents. Steely Glint, I believe you are the final interview of the day because I don't know if Vibing Danny is going to be giving an interview. But the final interview of the day, and a lot to talk about here, a lot to touch on in this series of Counter-Strike. And I would like to start with a similar question that I've been asking to a lot of the members of the Tavern team, which is regarding and pertaining to tactical depth or lack thereof on the Tavern side. And we've heard that a lot of this came from the lack of a leader and the lack of a unified strategy for the team, despite the players really knowing their way around the game. Do you think this was a fair assessment, and do you think that perhaps your team would have benefited from more direct leadership?
Oh, absolutely. We could definitely have used an IGL. I mean, I felt like I was making some calls sometimes, which is never a good sign. Someone else should have been talking.
Very interesting to hear, and especially something that we noted a lot as well is, of course, the OCT team is notoriously, as he's been raising in plenty of these interviews, has a lot of firepower on it. Whereas when we look over at the Tavern side of things, Tavern's biggest fraggers were not in the server today because one of them was on the caster desk and one of them was playing Clash, and it makes one wonder whether or not this lack of firepower that we expected really to be being carried by Gromp, Sufjan as he's known, was found to be he sometimes found himself overwhelmed or traded out after just one frag, and I suppose this raises the question of, do you feel that the team's lack of tactical depth was especially exposed by the lesser firepower? Not, of course, to be throwing any shade towards any of these players, but the firepower certainly was felt in rounds. Do you think this is fair to say?
Well, I think it's true.
Fans right now in chat.
Sorry?
Yeah,
You see some Steely Glint fans in chat
some
right
big
now.
Some big Steely Glint fans in chat.
Forehead,
Oh, shucks.
Yes, plenty of fans of Steely Glint.
Oh, please,
I suspect
please.
fans who watched the Nuke game. The Nuke game, therefore, as we saw, despite in fact your team struggling a little more on Nuke, you individually had a better game on Nuke compared to the Mirage, which certainly did not seem to be your natural stomping ground by comparison. Although it must be said, a lot of that slack was being picked up by an especially aggressive enemy team. But your Nuke looked a little more comfortable.
Mirage was incredible for the rest of the team. We really got to see Zach take off, especially, and I think Sufjan found his legs a bit more.
He certainly did towards the end of the game.
I think say that, yeah.
Yes, well, I was sorry, I didn't mean to cut across my co-analyst, but I wish to say, I think it was interesting to see that these players really started to warm into the game, and I wonder something that we discussed on the cast was, how was morale during those later stages of play?
Morale was difficult to ascertain.
Really?
Really. We some of those people, I don't know if they have feelings. I don't know if they're people.
I don't know.
This is often said about Taverners. Strangely, this seems to come up often with these creatures. But that's really interesting to hear.
I've spent much time living amongst them. I can communicate with them. I speak their language now.
Interesting, and yet still, it's of course observed that they seem to lack any sort of emotions whatsoever. How curious! How curious. However, one must wonder whether or not this analytical approach to Counter-Strike, with no emotion in it whatsoever and no team camaraderie, started to show through in moments where some tough clutches went the way of the OCT side. Whether or not any of that failed to inspire confidence in the team, and whether or not in those final stages of regulation, after the comeback was almost brought through, and after it eventually ended up, of course, going to what should have been overtime, but unfortunately some fucking schmuck on the technical team forgot to set that up.
Well, I do think that a big part of it is that we don't play together often. We're a relatively new team. I reckon once we find our legs and find where we synergize, then we're really going to be able to get each other's colours out a bit more. Because the OCT team have been playing together for years, and they haven't stopped recently. Whereas the Tavern team, well, we've not really been playing together much.
That certainly is true. That's a good
point to raise, and I'll put across for a moment to ask a question that, Steve, you often play with the OCT, like you just mentioned. With the Tavern team, did you think you could find your place like you usually do in the OCT team? Or, you said you knew them. When you were in the game, did you feel like you knew them? Could you predict them?
They're strange creatures. I think I need to spend more time amongst them in my natural habitat.
Go back to studying them. Yes, that's
much to study. Now, I wonder, perhaps, I think that's a really insightful question, and I'd like to rather flip it over to the flip side of the analysis there, which is, I wonder whether or not you found, in some form or another, how you found the experience of playing on the OCT rosters that you've been a part of versus playing on the Tavern rosters.
There was a lot more initiative on the OCT roster. Like, people had ideas, people had interesting plays to sort of come up with. On the Tavern side, we played default quite a lot, just because no one was really cooking.
Interesting.
We need a chef.
Interesting. Well, it's no, I shan't say. I shan't say. Tavern without hacker versus Tavern with hacker. I shan't say.
But I believe perhaps Steely Glint can pick up the spatula, perhaps.
Indeed, much to think about.
You know, you
who
had
can
so
pick up
many
the
good
spatula.
util. You already know the util, a lot of CS too. Maybe this is your IGL moment on the final match.
Indeed, the final map is all to play for.
But at the end of the day, I really was standing on the shoulders of giants. Like, you know, I fragged lowest in the Mirage game. It's
Indeed,
just a very, very talented bunch of Taverners. And if we can rally ourselves...
Nothing at all. So.
Of course. But if we can rally ourselves to use their potential and really unlock it, I think we're going to be unbeatable.
Now that is a truly exciting prospect that makes us incredibly excited for Game 3 here, whenever that will end up being. But for now, from those of us here on the caster desk, from those of us here at the Tavern versus OCT tournament, we're going to be wrapping it up with one final question from chat before everything all comes to a close. And that, I must be asking, is from chat, which is from user @_Chaco. Steely Glint, favorite color?
I plead for fifth.
And on
well, you
that
could say your address instead, because they want to know that. So do you want to say your favorite color or your address?
95 Staunton Road, Oxford, OX37TR.
And on that bombshell.
Interesting.
And
Very interesting.
Bombshell.
I leave the second floor
Doxing
window
ourselves
unlocked.
live on the Tavern YouTube channel. It's time to end the stream. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.
I hope you're that confident for the last
Good night.
Glenn.
Thank you so much for hosting.
Yeah.